recap of last session.
I'll do it.
Thank you.
Awesome.
So the last session we started at the monastery. Beautiful monastery. Wonderful decor. We were hiding because we had to wait for Higgin to words help.
Attune,
thank you. To the spider staff.
Mm-hmm.
Once we finally set the trap, we lured the zombies over and we started beating up on them, which went rather well. We all killed some zombies. It was pretty cool. Lots of fire, lots of smoke and mirrors and shit like that. And then the shit ended. And when we thought it was over, it wasn't over because there was an undead beholder, which King had history with. But it was undead. So we had to kill it, or else the Raven Queen was not going to be happy. Once that was dealt with... Which actually, hold on a second. What was the beholder's name, just for... Yep.
Welcome back.
Yep, thank you. What was the beholder's name?
Caraxus.
Thank you. Alright. After we kill Caraxus, Higgin finds a journal and a green crystal skull, which King gladly takes. Lots of fucking around with Gar, who, dumb as shit. We finally get out of the monastery, the cold area. We take camp. Higgin's reading the journal, and the Archmage of Antiquity is mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Then
King... that's what you got from that, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll touch down on that later, obviously. Jill and King have a moment. It was sweet. It was cute. Lots of mushrooms. Zipporah ate some of those mushrooms. Then we travel on the next morning, and once we get to Nogvarat, is that how it's pronounced?
Yep.
Okay. We finally get to our destination, and when we think everything's safe, Guard pulls a fast one on us, and suggests Higgin, and traps King in a little square. But that doesn't end so well for him.
Force cage.
Yeah, force cage. So now, after the big fight, that's where we're picking up.
Okay.
Yeah.
We are picking up after the fight. Here. And Gar's body is trapped inside the force cage with you. Since it wasn't concentration, you are trapped inside this force cage for the remainder of its duration. Unless you can get out.
I don't think I can get out.
Fair enough.
I knock on the walls.
Higgin knocks back.
Snow taps her sword on it too.
Scylla's trying to use the key, but not on the force wall. She's trying to use it on the floor to maybe get in and under. She's trying to figure out how Zorro used it.
Okay. Unfortunately,
does not work.
That is not how the key works. But it was a good attempt.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can I loot Gar's body?
Of course you can.
I'm gonna loot Gar's body.
All right, let me get his character sheet pulled up, and I'll tell you what he has.
I got plenty of time.
Yes, you do. That's why I'm not having you roll, is because you can basically strip down this individual without any worries of not finding, of not finding anything. However, would someone like to roll a d20 for me?
Sure.
Mhm.
That was a 12.
12. Okay. Thank you very much.
He had 12 horses in his pockets.
Wow.
Well,
Okay. Let's see. His longsword looks pretty pristine. But it doesn't look anything. Doesn't look too extravagant. His shield also looks pristine. He has fancy boots with the picture, or along the sides they have like eagle's wings depicted on them. And they obviously look pretty pristine as well. Around his neck is a golden amulet with a huge ruby in the center, in the shape of a heart.
Okay.
And you would find his focus a small book of sorts. It is leather bound and encrusted with gems on the binding, and the lock to it is also gem encrusted.
Okay.
woo!
And that is what you find of value on him. Well, besides the 100 golds that he has on him.
Okay. King, seeing the longsword and shield is pretty pristine, he just kind of frowns at it. Was up? Fight? And then he just kind of sits because there's nothing else he can do.
Okay.
Still's gonna
Uh,
search the bag.
Top of the force cage.
You can, actually, you can jump on top of the force cage.
Just sit off the edge of it.
Mhm.
Okay.
Still's
Is
gonna
there
search
anything
the bag.
else?
The bag that was given. The bag with
Bag
the
that
shit.
was given?
Yes.
Okay, you open it up, and it is a shitload of copper.
God damn him.
Fuck.
She tosses it.
It is 1,000 copper.
She tosses it. She's gonna go look for something else.
Okay.
I did say bad vibes. Snow kind of shrugs.
Okay.
Oh, look how these.
Zipporah, do you keep your illusion up or your double?
No.
All right. So exploring the office here, so you walk into the actual office. It is filled with books, and in pristine and very ornate bookcases. There's a bunch of books on history and different places. You see a book on Nicodranus and its many sites, kind of like a travel book. But if you go to the desk, you do see ledgers and accounts, receiving and departures of goods and stuff like that. Just general warehouse.
She'll just be going through
Documents.
this, and as she finds books that she doesn't care about, she'll be tossing them to the floor and behind her and whatnot. She's
Okay, what are you looking for?
nothing in particular. She's just looking to see if there's any money hidden.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
While seated on the floor, King will look around and
No.
we'll glance over at Zipporah and be like, hold up the boots. You want these?
Well, you're not so keen on flying.
I have too many items.
You do have a shit ton of items.
Hey, Hagen. You need flying boots?
No, I don't think so.
Fair enough.
I didn't see the investigation roll.
It's a 12.
Did not go through? Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, no, that was a D20 I had you roll earlier.
Oh, why didn't it go through? What the fuck? Okay.
Do you remember
Hold
what
on.
it was?
No, I don't. Now that I thought it was a 12. Can somebody
Your roll was a 12.
Okay,
Yeah,
so it was a 12.
Okay. You're pretty sure you don't find any, like, big money here. You do find a little lockbox filled with, like, 200 gold. But that's pretty much it.
She'll take the gold so that the party can split it amongst themselves.
Okay. While you're doing that, let me get someone else's. What are you guys doing? Hagen, Deborah.
Hagen's scooping up the pennies into his bag of holding, and if you don't need the boots of flying, we can just throw them in the bag. We'll sell them and get some money when we get to a good place.
I'm not opposed to them. I just have a lot of attuned items.
No.
Okay, I mean, keep them if you like.
I also imagine that these weapons are more than they look like. This long sword and shield. I don't have the means to...
Take a look at them once this... He kind of kicks the force shield. Yeah, once
Yep.
this is done.
We don't know how long this will be.
Snow leans back and looks at you, King, and asks, "Did you know this guy at all?"
I met him the same as you all did.
What is this for?
I was just
Or
seeing
from-
if I would know how long the thing would last.
Oh, okay, you have no idea.
Yep, I know.
Just the way that he was talking, it seemed like he knew you.
Nope.
No shrugs. Fair enough.
I
Sephora.
doubt he would have pinned me in a box if he actually knew me.
Sephora, what are you up to right now?
Look through this Dragonborn stuff, I guess.
Okay. You don't find much. All of his equipment's mundane. He does have some plate. You find a symbol of Tiamat. Second, pull up. And that's pretty much it. You also find like 50 gold.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. Anything else you guys are doing here?
Yeah, I mean, Hagen will eventually go through like everything. Shouldn't we just kind of see what we can get out of this place and then leave?
I'd
All
like
right.
to investigate on here.
All right.
Sure, yeah.
I guess I'll say that to Hagen. Yeah.
All right. Tell me if you find anything interesting. I think I'm gonna go. Where did Silfel go?
She
There
went
were
in
some
there.
books. There were some books I saw earlier before all that stuff. I want to go look at books.
Okay.
Sylphia is still throwing
Alright.
books around looking for more gold.
All right.
As Hagen snaps
I have
any
the books.
ducks before almost getting hit by a book.
At
Whoa!
the this bookshelf, make an investigation check.
Okay, let's see if it's better. It's not.
Okay. With an 18 investigation, you find a particularly large set of encyclopedias that, looking closer at them, you notice that several of these rather wide books are actually like the gap between them, they're like glued together, and you attempt to pull them out individually and they don't. They stick together, and you take about 4 of these encyclopedias that are stuck together and you pull them out, and they're actually hollow within, and inside is a little lockbox.
Aha.
Oh, it looks like you found something.
Yes. Well, let's see if this thing can be useful. She's going to try and use the key to unlock it.
It works like a charm. It actually molds, the skeleton key molds and fits to the lock, and you're able to turn it. And go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Jesus Christ. Alright, 24.
Okay. As you turn the lock, you hear a spritz, and you turn your head away in time, and a puff of green mist comes towards your face.
Covers her mouth and her nose.
Yeah. And you avoid the poison damage or the poison trap that was stuck within this lock. And it pops open after that.
It's gonna blow the smoke away from her with Druidcraft.
Okay.
What is in the box?
It is a total of 1,000 platinum.
Nice. That is
Yeah.
a much better reward. And she'll pocket
Okay.
that as well.
So, you're investigating over here?
Yep. She'll just run through all the shelves and check everything. Anything
Okay.
that might be of use.
Okay.
Sorry, never mind.
No. You said you're gonna do it, so make an investigation check.
Ah, 7.
Okay. It all looks like a bunch of junk to you. Just vases and bolts of cloth and tools, crates that you don't really have the tools to get inside
Awesome.
of. It's a bunch of warehouse stuff. And as you finish that, or let's, Zipporah, are you doing anything else?
I have nothing in particular.
Okay. Are you just waiting for the force cage to drop,
Yeah.
basically? Okay. As you're sitting there, I need... Snow, move back to the racks,
Okay.
if you would. I need King, Zipporah, Higgin, and Syl to make perception checks, please.
I rolled a 26, but it didn't roll in Foundry. Hold
I
on.
rolled an 18.
I also rolled a 26.
Natural 20. Right. Okay. All of you begin to hear the clanging of chain mail armor and heavy footfalls, as if there's something approaching outside, marching.
Probably guards. We should probably go.
Shit!
What do you do?
I encourage everyone that we should probably leave.
Not say anything. Whispered we're all over the place.
Hey, guys, I think there are guards coming.
Looks like I'm gonna be arrested.
Oh shit.
Higgin is going to look around as fast as he can to find any magical-looking books in this room and toss them in his bag of holding.
I'm going to give you 10 seconds here before the guards enter to do something.
With guidance.
King will vanish his weapon
Only a
and
14.
just
Okay.
sit cross-legged.
14 to find something. Yeah, in your panic, you don't really find anything else.
God damn it, okay.
Alright, let's go.
Alright.
Okay.
Can't just leave King behind.
I am
Yes,
not.
you can.
No, I am not.
No.
Alright, you can stop. You can stop there. Anything else anybody's doing? Zipporah?
I'd
Are
hang
you-
by the glass because I'm not leaving King.
Higgin
Okay.
is going to hide underneath this cart.
Alright, make a stealth check.
Tell him the
Go
truth.
about as good as normal. Ears are sticking
Find
out.
the truth.
Tell him the truth. We were ambushed.
Okay. As you wait for the guards to enter, you hear a pounding at the door and a shout. This is the Crown's Guard! Open up!
Pretty sure the door's unlocked.
It's actually not.
Mm.
It's locked.
I'll go and open it for them.
Okay. So you open the door.
And I unlock both of them.
And the guards rush in. And there is a lot of shouting. They start to point their spears at you.
Hands are up.
Hey, we're cooperative.
They tell you to lay down your weapons immediately. Higgin, this
Higgin
guard comes
Higgin
down
goes
here.
Higgin goes invis.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. If they say lay down your weapon, just woof, invis.
Okay. One of them did spot your foot hanging out. Hey, someone's under this cart.
Crawl off under this cart.
Okay.
Army crawl, invis, under this cart.
Make another stealth check at advantage. And they fan out. Do you guys lay down your weapons?
Oh, yeah.
King will set his dagger out of his tail on the ground.
Okay. This guard here bumps into the force field, and instant bloody nose. Fuck. What the
Yeah.
fuck is this?
Yeah, we're-
stuck in there.
We're in a bit of a predicament.
Instead of dropping Snow's weapon, she just undoes the belt, and all of her gear kind of falls off of her.
Okay. With
She
spears
pulls the
pointed
one
at
dagger
you.
out.
Everything secured
Gotcha.
by the
Drops it.
All right. Very well. Obviously every one of them is pretty uniform right now. These are obviously the Crown's Guard. However, an individual in more ornate plate armor walks in. He is wielding the symbol of the Crown's Guard, but he has a special red sash that is over one shoulder. And immediately you know this is the individual that shouted out, Crown's Guard, open up. And he comes in without wielding a weapon or brandishing a spear or anything like that. Alright, we have gotten word that a murder happened here. And I
Have you
assume
now?
these are the individuals. Yes.
Did they tell
That-
you it was self-defense?
Was
No.
self-defense, yeah.
That you ambushed an adventuring party for money.
Yeah, we're the adventuring party.
Yeah.
They ambushed us.
Right.
My friend here is trapped in a cube. He fought to save his own life. I'm afraid we don't have any living witnesses to tell you that, though.
He walks up to the
It's-
force field, and he gently takes a knuckle and raps on it, feeling the force of the cage.
King is
You
still
are in.
seated, by the way.
Huh. Alright. Make a persuasion check still.
Yeah. That's an 11.
Okay. Well, it seems we have two different stories, and I don't know who to believe. So, he nods to the guards. If you will cooperate, we'll take you to cells.
Right, I just got out of one.
We really were just defending ourselves. We got jumped. But we understand.
Okay. The guards begin to walk up and put you in shackles.
Jesus fucking Christ. Syl's gonna turn into a bird and she's gonna book it.
Oh, okay. Alright.
You're gonna take me alive!
As soon as she turns into a bird, like as soon as King sees shackles, he says, "She doesn't like being locked up."
Okay. Shit. Alright. Birds have a flyby ability. Okay, make a dex save to see if you get hit by any of the guards.
I'm gonna
They
use one of my inspirations for that.
Okay, gotcha.
Better. 20. Dirty 20.
Okay. You were able to avoid the spears as they were kind of caught off guard by you turning into a bird.
Damn it, Sil.
Where do you head out? The doors are open.
Yep, outdoors.
Okay. You head out into the sun of the afternoon.
God damn it. Okay, well, she did that. I'm gonna make my sister appear here, and then I'm gonna swap places with her.
Okay.
And I'll try to book it
Oh
too.
my goodness. Okay.
All right. Now they are on guard. So. This one's gonna make an attack of opportunity on you. Right next to this one here. Uh, 19.
That is my armor class.
Okay. You take 2 points of piercing damage from the spear as he pokes you with it, and you're able to book it out of there.
I'm gonna follow the
wait,
magpie.
hold on. Discard too. One more attack. Okay, that's a 7 to hit, so you're good. Okay. Damn. All right.
Hey, they're Crown's Guard, and I'm a drow, and I feel like I'm gonna be profiled here, so I'm going after the bird.
Okay.
Should have had those boots. God damn it.
King is he's still sitting on his butt, and he kind of taps his feet together.
Okay.
Swear.
No face palms. It's just like, gosh. Like,
All right.
darn it,
So
guys.
you are put into shackles.
If everyone's fucking running at this point, I'm gonna
I mean,
cast
Higgins
spell.
invisible.
Yeah, I was gonna say Higgins gonna start crawling.
I cast Dimension Door.
Seeing all of you. Right.
Okay.
I quickly just put my paw and like my bottom foot paw around my belt, and then cast Dimension Door to go ahead and put myself on the roof.
They have one shackle on you already.
Take him with you.
So make a sleight of hand check.
All right.
Oh no, it's only verbal. Never mind. Yeah. So you're able to. You
got a free shackle.
Yeah, you got a free shackle. You're on the roof, and I'm just gonna put you outside here.
So this is gonna end up being our Rescue King operation.
I put my belt completely back on.
No, you dropped it.
I said that I wrapped my foot paw around it.
She did say
okay, gotcha. All right, it's with you.
Along with all the gear, and I put it back on.
Well, shit.
Didn't expect this to happen.
Okay. Sephora, you're the only one on foot right now. I pretty much still is scot-free, and Snow is scot-free, and Higgin is invisible. So,
I don't
roll
have those abilities.
Yeah, that's...
But I would try to acrobat my shit onto a roof.
Okay,
because I wouldn't want to keep line of sight with guards.
You see the captain sighs as you all bolt. And
we're caught in like
says,
a fucking crime den.
You three after them. Or after her. Okay, go and roll initiative. As 3 guards are going to come after you.
Pretty good.
Alright, nice.
Hopefully I'll see Snow on the roof.
So there's not enough room on this map to run. But
Didn't
you
think we'd
are...
run, huh?
No. So, you're able to skitter away after jumping 30 feet. Pick a 30 feet in a direction. Right or left?
Me?
Yes.
Left. Or whichever way Syl went. I don't want to lose sight of her if I can help it.
She went straight and out, so... towards the marketplace.
Okay.
Okay, so you run 30 feet. It is your turn.
I'm trying to get on a roof.
Okay. An alley sits there right in front of you, about
Parkour.
10 feet away. It's got a bunch of, like, rubbish and garbage, some crates that are outside. Alright, making a climbing. You can use acrobatics to climb up on the crates, but it's going to be athletics, another athletics check to get on the roof.
Can I keep an eye on her?
Yeah, you definitely see it.
If if it makes it easier, I can make my sister appear 15 feet above me, switch places with her, make her appear 15 feet above me, switch places with her, so I could climb that way too.
Oh, okay, that makes it easy then.
Yeah.
So you're make an acrobatics check to see if you don't fall on these crates.
Terrible. Not great.
Okay. So the first one, you're booking it, and you don't really see that it is rotted, and your foot falls through the first crate, and you stumble and hit your stomach, knocking the wind out of you.
That's fine.
But you can get up to the top of the crates with your clone and swap, and you're there. And that's the end of your round. If you don't have any... Oh, you can action dash if you want.
I can do that, so I'm gonna.
Okay. Can you swap one time per turn?
I can do it. It's a bonus action, so yeah.
Okay. If you want to get up on the roof, it's going to be an athletics check.
Okay. Much better.
That's pretty great. All right. Picking some handholds that are readily available, as this red brick building is fairly old. You pick some great ones, and you're able to scramble up to the roof. as the guards give chase. They double dash, and they are at the foot of this building now. Go ahead and I'm actually gonna take you out of combat. This is just you and the guards. Where do you go from there?
Just run across rooftops.
Okay. You scramble over to the next rooftop.
Luckily, if there's gaps, I can use my sister.
This one is about a 10-foot gap. How far can you jump? What is your strength score?
15.
15. Okay, gotcha. All right, so the 10-foot gap is easy to vault as you are running, and you're able to scramble up onto the next roof. One of them is going to try to chase you on the roofs, but he needs an athletics check. And he rolled a 5. So you hear behind you,
oh my god,
this guard get up about like 10 feet and then slip, and he goes, "Ah!" And you hear a bunch of crashing of chainmail.
I realize that my slippers of fucking spider climb are not attuned.
You have a pretty good lead, and you are definitely faster with your with jumping with your clone. So
do I see my bird friend?
I don't know. Make a perception check.
Is it sunny out?
It is sunny out.
God damn it. Nope. It's really bright out here.
Okay. Yeah, you look up into the sun and it just instantly blinds you for a moment.
I'm gonna try to get, my goal is to get to the marketplace so I can at least blend in with a crowd of people instead of just be a drow.
Okay, well, luckily, let's, map.
And hopefully Snow is keeping track of the police chase on the roof.
Essentially,
so at least we'll know where each other is.
The market, this building here, is where you are at. So the market is right here, right below you.
Easy.
And you see that some people have noticed you. If you would like, you can try to stealth and not be noticed.
Yeah, I would like to try to stealth.
Of course.
Subtly sneak in. No, god damn it.
Okay.
Still 14.
Yeah.
It's still a 14, which beats most commoners' perception checks. So you're able to duck down on the roof, but you can leap over to this one before ducking, and you're able to keep hidden.
I'm gonna try to snag like a shawl or a draping fabric off a cart and put it around my head so I can blend in a little bit more easily with my white fucking hair.
You'll have to make your way probably to this street here before climbing down off the roofs.
Okay.
And grabbing a shawl. But you're in an Empire City right now.
Yep, I know. I'm a drow. I realize that.
In a very righteous brand, heavy Empire City. So, as you climb down, you can make another stealth check with disadvantage.
Okay.
Syl, make a perception check.
Not bad.
I like that Hero Forge, though.
Natural 20.
Thank God.
Nice. Okay.
I'm pretty easy to spot in a crowd. That's the problem.
Yeah. You are able to track Zipporah if you want to follow her, if you want to.
Yeah.
Okay. Keeping to the in the air and above the rooftops, you're able to follow her and keep track of her as she rolls a pretty good stealth check. You feel her skills have come into good play here. You are able to
it's not good enough for
can still find a alleyway and try and call Zipporah over.
Yeah, I imagine that you can.
Mimicry.
Yeah, you can. Zipporah, you can find a pretty desolate alleyway where Syl meets up with you. But as you meet up, let's go back to
Snow and Higgin.
Can I do something as well, or?
Oh yeah, let's actually go to Snow first, real quick. What are you doing?
Sorry. I will go ahead and cast Enhance ability on me for dexterity checks. Is there
Okay.
a place in these rooftops where I can hide but still be able to see, like,
Well,
essentially King's area?
they don't know where you are because you magicked out. Yeah, you don't. Since you are on the roof, you can definitely. They probably suspect you went far away from this place, not on the roof. And this roof actually has sunlights, big glass panes that provide light.
That would be
into the
wonderful.
chamber. So if you would like to, you can stealth to avoid detection here.
I would love to.
And you have advantage due to enhance ability.
That is a 23.
Okay.
I'm
You're able
keeping an eye
to
on King.
you're able to be quiet up here on the roof, and you can take a peek into the warehouse at what's happening with King. You can't really hear anything because you have a bit of distance and barriers, but you can definitely see what's going on. These 3 guards have taken chase to Zipporah, and Zipporah is away. Same as Syl.
That's excellent. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna watch for King.
Okay.
Till I can hopefully help him out.
The captain here comes up to the force cage.
This is him.
And he puts his hands behind his back, like he has some military training. So, who are you? First and foremost.
You may call me King.
King. You've been here before, right?
In Novgorod? Yeah, I think so.
You've been through here before.
Yes,
I
I
remember
have.
that name. I am Captain Boyd, captain of the grounds guard. Maybe you can give me the details of your story while we wait for this thing, whatever it is, to disappear.
Me and my crew, the ones who have vacated the area for fear of shackling, task assigned to us by Gar, the man who lies dead behind me. The task was to smuggle some goods out of Shady Creek Run to here. We made it here just fine, no problems. However, Gar took exception to our perceptions of the persona he provided to us. And so he decided to go back on his side of the bargain and attempt to murder us. He trapped me in this force cage, as he called it, while the rest of his crew went at it with the rest of my crew. Considering my crew looks none the worse for wear, and the fact that Gar lies dead behind me, you can see which side came out on top. But we were the victims of this incident.
And what can I find here that would make me believe your story?
That cart is full of contraband that we smuggled.
Okay, what will I find?
To be honest with you, I don't know. It smelled of gunpowder.
Really? Right?
Yep.
And he looks to the side where his guards are, and he nods to them, and they immediately go check the cart and start tearing through it for whatever is inside. He turns to the guard on his left, or the guards to his left. And this is a warehouse. There would be logs and records of whoever was operating this warehouse. Go check the office to see if you can glean Gar as the operator here. They nod and they proceed to the office.
Shit.
Beware. I'm a professional. Murder people without cause.
Make a persuasion check with advantage, since he knows your reputation.
Nice.
20. It does seem a little fishy to me that you would own and operate a warehouse here. You don't seem the type, or your reputation doesn't add up to owning a warehouse here.
It certainly doesn't.
Right. After a few moments or a few minutes of waiting for his guards to come out with something, the three individuals that were chasing Zipporah, one of them comes back, panting heavily. I'm sorry, sir. She's fucking fast. And she does this thing with the... I don't know, it's some drow thing. We can't... we lost
You won't catch her. Used.
He looks back at you and says nothing, and looks to his guard, disappointed. Alright. Don't worry about it. Go get the other two. Right away, sir. And he leaves again. Well, I have no idea what this thing does, or how long it'll last, but we'll definitely be here. Right. Soon enough, the guards that are tearing through the carts bring one of the chests over, and they open it up in front of the captain, and it is filled with exactly 12 rifles, with the accompanying shot and gunpowder to use them. Looks at them. Alright. If you two will take that back to King's Hall for evidence. Thank you. And they both nod and they exit the warehouse. Well, it seems half your story is lining up. Soon enough, another guard comes back from the office. These guards seem actually pretty professional. It's yes sir, no sir. They seem very well put together. He leads a good outfit. And this one presents an official looking document to the captain. He looks it over, looks at the name. Alright. Seems that this... And he looks over at the dead body. Gar individual is the proprietor of this warehouse. So, under arrest today. However, this warehouse will be seized by the Crown's Guard and the king.
It is of no interest to me.
He nods.
Does that mean the rest of my crew is free to go?
If you can find them, yes.
They're around.
Higgin, while that was happening, did you try to leave the warehouse?
He was going to, but I think he decided to stay put after a while. Does this force cage go away?
It will go away eventually.
I know exactly what I want to do, but it's dependent on when that thing goes away, which it should go away before my invisibility wears out.
Okay, alright. Let's go... So you don't really know what's going on. It's just they have searched the cart. Two have gone away. One came back from chasing Zipporah. You really don't know what's going on, but you're watching.
Although my later plan's gonna fall through because of it, so it's gotta be fun. Yeah, let's go.
Okay. But let's go to Zipporah and Syl. While we wait for the force cage. What are you guys doing?
Well, Syl would call me over, and I would join her in the alley and say, okay, what's the plan?
Syl's gonna turn from a bird to a person. I didn't really have a plan. I just know I wasn't going to be put in shackles.
I really didn't want to go into a jail cell again, so I saw your lead and I took it.
Looks like you did pretty well.
Well, I'm here. Should we maybe try to backtrack and get eyes on the warehouse and see what they're going to do with King?
Yeah, probably. Especially if they're going to take him to a cell, we're probably going to have to do some jailbreaking.
Oh, that could be fun. Gotten out of one cell recently.
I wouldn't count on it. She pops back into being a bird and goes overhead.
I'll walk.
Alright.
Does not turn into bird.
Believe it or not.
You can stealth your way back if you would like to stealth. Give me a stealth check, please.
I would like to.
Both of us are just
I would like to steal clothing.
No, you can definitely find some.
Deck myself out in lots of shawls.
Okay, all right. That's easy enough to do. Just give me a stealth check. Man, I forget the plus 13.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Zipporah, you have some entrances here. There's entrances here. As you were fighting, you did see one side entrance here, and you do know there is a back entrance. Mm-hmm. And as you come back to the warehouse, you do spot another entrance here on all four sides. So if you would like to pick one.
I'd probably go to the back entrance, and I would try to catch Syl's eyes so she would know that I'm there and waiting to see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I believe your passive perception is a 19, yes?
Me?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Okay, yeah, so you're able to keep track of her as she stealths through the streets. I'm going to move you back to the back entrance here.
Out of curiosity, Captain Boyd.
Yes?
Does the Crown's Guard have any work that needs doing?
Not at the moment. Things seem pretty safe right now. But keep an eye out in the next couple days if you are staying here.
As you say, you know my reputation.
I do. Well, suppose for this little mishap, I should apologize for coming in so brashly and believing a shit story.
I appreciate your candor.
So, as an apology, and he takes a wooden coin that has, on one side is the symbol or the profile of a elven man or woman. You can't really tell, but they've got the, oh gosh, I don't know what to call this hat. Like once it's almost like a flat hat, but one side is cricked up and it's got a feather in it. It's a typical woodsman hat,
Like an archer cap.
Yeah, pretty much. Yes,
Okay.
exactly. And you see. The detail is actually pretty nice, but you see musical notes coming out of the mouth, like it's whistling. And on the other side is, one sec, 2 Zemnian letters. Sec.
So as you know, that hat is called a bicocket.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Thank you. It's 2 W's on the other side. As soon as you get out of this is for you. Drinks and food and lodging is on me at the Whistling Woodsman.
King nods and looks at the coin, unable to accept it yet.
I'll give it to you once this thing is over with.
I appreciate it.
At about the half-hour mark away from this thing disappearing, or we'll skip ahead to like 45 minutes. So you got 15 minutes left in the gauge.
Okay.
Zipporah and Syl, you make it to the back door.
Yep. Can Sylphia see Snow on the roof?
Yeah, definitely. Oh well, no,
Make
she's
perception?
Yeah, make a perception check.
I'm gonna say no.
Unfortunately, no. Yeah,
She's
Everybody else is dead, huh?
She's blended pretty well.
She'll have landed near Zipporah.
Well, she's just on the roof. There's not much cover on the roof.
She's white.
Yeah, she's white.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's broad daylight.
I'll say yeah. You can see her like peeking through a sunlight into the warehouse on the roof.
Okay.
Do I see you?
Make a perception check.
So there's no other way into this building other than the front doors, and then of course the doors we're by.
No, you don't see so. Maybe the sunlights can open.
Cool.
You would need to check them to see if they can.
Well, she's a bird. She's not opening them.
Of course, yeah.
So, no.
Yeah. Other than that, you can see into the warehouse through the sunroof, or you can open a door.
Well, she'd want to check the sunroof and see, like, what's going on. Like, what are they doing?
Okay.
How are they talking? Are they saying, you're going to be arrested, blah, 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 you're going to jail?
Okay.
We got you this time, you son of a bitch.
I'll say, if you did notice, there is, like, a little sill.
Looking through the window next to Snow.
It's me!
There's, like, a little, like, ledge there by the big bay doors that you could probably stealth to and listen in pretty closely. But the best view is what Snow is looking for.
Yeah, I'm gonna go next to Snow and look through.
Oh, okay. Very suddenly, Snow, burp. Yeah. You see Syl, a light right next to you.
Hey, Syl.
Ah!
That was so good.
That was pretty good.
So what does she see? What's going on? Like, obviously, bird's eye view of King and...
King doesn't have his helmet on.
At this point, it's just the guards have filtered through the warehouse. They're checking for any more contraband. They're doing their due diligence with the warehouse.
She's gonna...
And it's just the captain and a King talking. At this point, you do see the captain of the guard present something circular in its hand, what looks to be like a coin of some sort.
Okay, she's gonna tap on the glass to try and get King's attention.
Oh,
I have a passive perception of 22. You have it.
yeah.
She's gonna be looking to see if there's a signal, like, is it okay? Is everything alright? Hello?
Wait, King, so you knew Snow was there the entire time?
Probably.
Great.
I would love to see King give just a thumbs up.
Yeah, right?
I would like that as like an
okay
emoji reaction
okay.
to things.
666.
Well, make a stealth check for the tap. Just to see if you can beat the captain's.
Well, she might be too
perception.
stealthy, and then King would notice it.
To be fair, it is a bird tapping on a window.
Okay.
I'll still roll it just for fun.
Yeah.
24.
Damn it, that's
Okay,
too
yeah.
high for King's passive.
It is higher than my passive. Do I need to roll to see this?
Yes.
This is a comedy of errors.
I mean, he's talking to him, and how high up is this roof?
Oh. It's 40 feet.
Yeah, okay.
Whoa.
So, he's talking, they're rummaging through shit, there's tapping on a window. I don't honestly think King would notice.
Well, he didn't roll low
Exactly.
enough.
Yeah.
So, I'm glad we rolled that. So she obviously didn't get his attention. So she's gonna fly back to Sephora. And she's gonna turn back into a person. I think they're gonna kill him.
What? Fuck. Should we storm back in there? And oh god.
Yeah,
Wait,
you know,
I have a
maybe...
minor
You
illusion spell.
you don't hear this. So you're just watching.
Yeah, I know. I know. I don't hear that.
Can I insight check?
I mean, the only person that really knows what's going on is Higgin.
Okay. I don't know.
He's just chilling out.
He's threatening him with some fucking object. I can't fucking tell. I just don't... Where should we put the goods? I don't want them to take... Oh, that's right. She pulls out...
Hold on. Oh, never mind. It's fine. It's over. It's past. I was going to give you an insight check to see if that was all aggressive or not, but that's fine.
Oh, it's fine. What? Goods?
She opens up her pouch and she shows Zipporah the 200 gold and the 1,000 platinum.
Oh,
We are
fuck.
getting paid.
We're rich. Alright, well,
Do they
Shit.
think that they could kill King?
There's a lot of
Can you turn
them.
me invisible? Can you turn someone invisible?
I cannot. I gave you my only potion of gaseous form.
Shit.
Higgins the only one who can turn people invisible. I don't know. If we can just hide this stuff, we can come get it later and just try to appeal to them, perhaps.
Well, is there any, like, a barrel or a crate we can stash the coin in?
A barrel outside here? Yeah, sure. There's a barrel.
Yeah. Just stick this in it or under it or near it.
Okay, she's gonna stick it in there and try to make, like, she's gonna take the lid of another barrel and flip it upside down and try to make, like, a false compartment.
All right, that sounds good. Yeah, you can do that.
And then she's gonna cover it, and she's like, "All right, if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's just do it." I don't know where Higgin is. I don't see him. He's probably hiding somewhere. Snow's up there.
Okay, through this door?
Yeah, I guess.
Fuck. Can't get the door.
Okay.
do... Okay,
Should
so...
my token be inside of this place so I can see what's going on?
She can see through the window anyways, right?
Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, you're up here.
Alright.
So does King hear them kick open the door?
Yeah, it's quite obviously, it's not silent.
And the first thing the port says is, "Don't kill him."
Still runs in. We're innocent, I fucking swear!
King...
Came back, right?
Can King say something?
Of course you can, yeah.
Collective, stand down.
Oh,
So-
shit, are they gonna kill all of us now?
You see the guards react very quickly, like spears out, and start converging.
We came back, chill out.
They are just ready for anything. They don't attack.
They're not gonna kill me.
Oh.
They're buying us drinks.
Snow opens the window.
Yeah, it's a little crank on the side where it's a mechanism that
she
like,
opens
gives. It doesn't like open all the way. It just gives a little bit of air, basically. And it's too small.
Put
to
your
see
snout
through.
to the crack, like we're fine.
Nah, I mean her snout is not to the crack, but
Crack is whack.
she's on it.
Oof.
But now like sound can get through it because it's
Okay.
cracked open.
When they say that King says
So they
that they're
don't
gonna
think
buy
we're
us
guilty.
drinks, Sephora's gonna look at Syl like Josh from Drake and Josh when he realizes that the door wasn't cut out of the treehouse.
Still is like,
Where's the door, Drake? So they're not gonna kill you, huh?
No. In fact, they apologized.
Oh, well, yeah.
cool.
Thanks for the apology. What? And then I look up at Snow's mouth.
You see Captain Boyd looks up
It's
at the
not-
sunlight, and
Snow will parkour down to the front door.
so then you've
looks
explained
back
everything to him?
he looks back at King. This group is called the Collective.
Yep.
Never heard of it.
Tell the
It
truth,
seems-
Deborah.
Still nudges
Okay, I've heard of
Sephora.
It seems King's story here lines up with you being the innocents. And after some investigating and some checking, you are clear.
Oh, yes, I'm incredibly innocent.
You're far from home.
Yes.
Yeah, she is, but she's
Yeah.
one of us, so keep
That's
your
fine.
opinions to yourself, please.
I have no opinions. I fought you for a long time, but here. And that same coin that he had, he'll give to you,
It's
Sephora.
gonna blow up.
No, it's my coin at the Whistling Woodsman. They'll be able to accommodate any rooms or drinks or food for the night.
Okay. Thank you.
And if you present that coin, you won't be bothered.
Oh.
I can't say for the denizens of this town to be polite to you, as some people are ignorant and don't like change. But that'll go a long way. And if you drop my name,
I don't know what your name is.
Captain Gareth Boyd.
Boyd.
Yes.
Sure. Alright.
At least my guards won't harass you.
I do appreciate that.
No problem. Are there any others missing? I
Shit,
know.
where's Higgin?
Does that force cage go away?
At this point, with the time, the force gauge does go away.
Speed walks over here.
Is Snow on the ground floor of this building?
No, you are
I-
up high.
Can I parkour down off the roof to the front door?
Yes, you can.
Thank you. I do that, and then I walk up to King.
Yes, mother.
Sweet. I guess I'll walk up to this guy now.
Can I ask a question, please?
Yes, of course.
When King was looting Gar earlier, did he recover Gar's spellbook?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Higgin will appear right next to you and just be like, "Hey, King."
Hey, Higgin.
Yeah, can I have that spellbook?
Yep. And King will hand it to him.
That went really well.
Syl walks up
The
next
honesty,
to King.
the truth will set you free.
Sorry
Uh,
for ditching me
Yeah, so
like
Higgins
that.
is visible there now.
So,
Okay. What did you say, Zipporah?
The book.
I said we were trying to be honest, but then they tried to handcuff us, so I ran.
Yeah.
Still ran. I ran.
Sorry for ditching you like that, King.
We would have come back.
Yeah.
We did come back.
We did have plans, but then
I know.
I thought they were gonna like explode you or something with a talisman or whatever that thing was. I didn't want
King
to.
raises an eyebrow.
Listen, don't worry about it.
You're very cute.
Oh.
She's gonna blush and walk away. Okay, I'm gonna go over here now.
Fucking second-hand psychic damage from Amazing. I can't even form words.
Snow, were you going to talk to the captain?
yes.
Okay.
So, we're all good now? And you're giving us a place to stay and drinks?
Yes.
Yes,
Actually,
I
I. Go ahead.
Check. It's a
I
trap.
want to. Why not?
No, it's fine.
27.
He's actually just giving us a place to
Yeah.
visit.
Yeah, he seems. I mean, the apology was kind of half-assed, but it was the right thing to do for him. But yeah, he's more concerned with what's in this warehouse right now. This is a big thing for him and his crew. So, and with that insight, that high of an insight check,
Yeah.
really just wants you guys out of this warehouse right now.
Oh, okay.
He's got bigger fish to fry.
Well, since our business is
Yes.
done here, I'm gonna go this way, and she's gonna go back and she's gonna go collect the stuff now that she realizes that nobody's going to be exploded or whatever.
Yeah, go get the shit.
Shush!
Let's go get a drink.
I will suggest the market's actually pretty good right now. There are
They have
discounts.
great shawls.
Oh, discounts.
Can I use your name?
You may.
King nods, and we'll walk out of the warehouse.
Okay.
I'll follow him
Fair.
with the trust that Sylphia will be able to reach us with the goods.
Right, in the
Okay.
time that she was there, nobody disturbed it, right?
No.
Alright.
It was
Good, 'cause
so
we
quick.
can go
It
on a
was so
second
quick.
murder spree.
Tap found it.
Tap's gone.
Tap's
For now.
not here.
Alright, yeah.
Okay.
She'll
For
catch
now.
up with you guys
Okay.
as a person.
So yeah, you guys can meet with Syl right here at the northwestern corner, or the top right on the other map, and meet up with Syl right there. You hear the bustling of the market down the alleyway, shouts of vendors and whatnot. The town is yours. King, you would actually know where the Whistling Woodsman is. It is this building right here. It is fairly close.
King will point it out and then say, I don't know about the rest of you, but I have a lot of coin burning a hole in my pocket.
Yeah,
have a
you're
lot
about
of shit.
to have even more. So let's perhaps when we get a room, let's sort that out.
You two should get a room.
I surprisingly look at
She-
Sophia.
Looks
Oh,
at Sephora
nice.
like, what the fuck are you talking about?
She just waggles her eyebrows, not at Syl, but at King.
Oh my god.
King is Stoneface. And
Inside
hard
check.
to read. Okay.
Insight check.
Terrible.
It's hard to read.
Smart. Terrible.
King is stone-faced and hard to read.
Come on, I'm trying to wingman you for the thing that I was going for. That was turtle. No.
Okay, I was going to say, did you actually say that out loud?
No, I sure didn't.
King will say, why don't we take a stop by the markets and see what they have?
Alright.
Oh, sure. I think I owe people some money.
You owe people money?
I stole all of this and she just all of the shelves.
Do we have any more
What?
potions, by the way? Like, Syl actually feels kind of ouchy.
I have like 7.
Okay. Okay, can I have one of those
Plus,
drinky
he could
drinks?
lay his hands on you.
You have 7 normal potions there?
Yeah, I have a bunch of standards.
Okay, you must have taken the one from...
What about 4?
You!
Is Syl injured?
Yes.
Fuck. Okay, King will lay on hands and heal you for... How injured do you look? Like on a scale of 1 out of all your HP.
A 5.
You're at 5 hit points?
Oh, no! I'm sorry, you're out of the scale. Okay, I'm at 40 out of 69.
Okay, I'll give you 29 hit points.
Which city is Boomat in again?
Dash.
Not this one.
Are we on our way there?
No, we're on our way to Rexentrum.
Yeah.
We left
Rexentrum
Zadash
will have magic shops, though, if that's what
Wait,
you're
we
wondering.
left Zadash?
a long time ago.
Long time
long
ago.
time.
We're
That's
heading.
That's where we met.
We're
After
heading
I got
back
all this
there
money,
now.
I want to upgrade these blades.
Okay,
I'm
well,
sure
fine.
we can find a magic
we gotta
shop somewhere.
sort it out first.
There's
True,
100%
yes.
magic shops in Rexentrum, which is where
Okay.
we're headed next.
There's also likely traders that might have magic items here in Novgorod.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
I need to find a magic shop.
She wants specifically those swords to be enchanted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. So coming out of the alleyway into the marketplace, you see a bunch of vendors selling their wares. It's mostly like mundane things. There's vegetables being sold. Since you are so close to farmland, it's a lot of it's like a farmer's market basically. But coming out of this particular alleyway to your left, you smell smells of a bakery next to you, and next to you, the bakery, the sign says Oma's Baked Goods and Confections.
Mm.
Well, that smells really nice. What's that?
I would assume baked goods and confections.
I don't know, but let's get some. My treat.
Okay.
I won't say no to that.
All right. What do y'all want? What do they have really?
What is they?
All
Go
right.
in.
I want everybody.
Again, runs in.
I want everybody here to roll me a D100.
Dexterity save.
Everyone.
I rolled a 5.
Wow.
Where's my divine intervention class?
76. Alright.
Okay, so King rolled a 5. Let me get. I'm in something else, so let me get the next one.
Kala rolled a 5.
Yeah, I rolled 65.
65. 1 second.
How many arrows go into our bodies?
God, everything is a trap.
I don't trust it.
Poison,
Ours traumatized
poison
me.
cinnamon rolls. The
Yum.
Pillsbury Doughboy has his
I
revenge.
wouldn't even be upset if that was the way I went.
Yeah. As long as it tasted good.
Okay. What's Snow's?
76.
6.
It didn't show up in the chat.
Then Ganon rolled a 37.
I didn't see it show up in the chat.
It did.
Weird.
Silly rabbit.
Must be your foundry. Must be broken for you.
Silly rabbit foundries.
I saw it in the D&D.
Humans.
So.
I mean, it's working for a fox. I mean,
There is no human in this party.
It's true.
Yeah, the one that
We're
was
all main
here
characters.
left
oh
us.
yeah,
Yeah.
there is not.
I just wanted to be cool like the rest of you.
You were
Very
cool.
soon. And then, Zipporah's, what's your D100?
72. Stop giggling.
Okay.
King kind of muses, I wonder if they have any devil's food cake.
Why is that the cutest thing you've ever said?
Yes, Cecile does laugh at this.
Alright, so as you walk into this bakery, immediately you are hit with the smells of sweet and savory, just all mingled together in it's making you drunk and hungry for all the delicious things here. But as you look at the area around you, you see a mixture of many different pies and donuts and biscuits. There's breads and sweetbreads. Some things that seem interesting to you would be King. You see dragon donuts that are twisted into the shape of a dragon, and they have a thin sugar glaze and a bit of cinnamon on them as well.
King is immediately attracted to one of those.
All right.
Fuck it.
Zipporah,
Oh.
one particular smell catches your nose, and it's to a certain pie. A plump helm roast pie. It is filled to the brim with minced and liquefied plum helmet mushrooms. And these mushrooms are
Glow in the dark.
They are very. It's a subterranean fungus that is particularly sweet, and they are prominent.
Reminds me of home. Yes.
Yes.
I was just thinking that.
They are, you know them to be rather addictive. Of
I love
mix
addictions.
of sweet and savory.
Sweetery.
The Higgins.
Yeah,
You-
the Higgins.
The Hagen.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's so many treats.
a particularly berry-filled biscuit catches your eye. It is light and flaky and buttery, and it is infused with good berry juice and drenched in a sweet, sugary glaze.
I'll have those, please. Does it give me a health pack when I eat it? Because I'm hurt.
No.
Aw, it's good berries, though.
Another interesting confection is this knotted type of bread that is also glazed in sugar.
It's a challah.
It kind of looks in the shape of a spider.
Spider
Ugh.
follow.
But the most ridiculous thing that you spot, all of you spot, is a
Person.
phallic-shaped sweetbread.
I want it. I want
dick
that
loaf.
one.
I didn't know they had pumperdickle.
Oh
I
my
fucking-
god. No.
Okay.
one second.
What's going on with that one over there?
I didn't know Spencer's had fucking baked goods.
Yeah.
All right. And as you are looking around at all these baked goods and
A dirty bakery.
confections, you see out from the back, the swinging door opens up, and it is this very old half-elf woman.
No, it's weird.
She's about 5'2". She's got her hair up in a messy bun, and she's walking quite slow, but she's got a tray of fresh donut holes. And she turns to you all. Oh, hello, sweethearts. Would you like to buy something?
Yeah.
And she sets it down.
I want these cocks.
Jesus.
Oh, those are my favorite.
Oh,
Yes.
I bet.
How many?
Jesus.
How many cocks would you like?
Syl is,
Take a bag of cocks, please.
Syl is just head in her hands. What is
A
this
full
going
bag
on?
of cocks. All right.
Oh my
A friend of
God.
mine once told me to bag of dicks, and I'm finally following through with it.
Oh.
I know. We got some. A particular drow came through and taught me a particular pie that is straight from your part.
Oh, I
White
know what you're
India.
talking about. I would actually like it
Oh.
as well. I was just really... I gravitated toward the cocks, I'm sorry.
Oh, you. It's hard to not gravitate towards cock.
Oh my god.
She's a sweet old lady, but she's got a foul mouth.
Syl feels regretting
her.
every decision
This
she's
is
ever made.
I like this place.
I
I
admit I didn't expect this when I came in.
I don't think this is what I agreed to when I said I would treat you guys to pastries.
Well, you're in good hands with Thalera.
What is her name?
Thalera.
Nice. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Well, we have a bag of dicks, a pie. Can I get you anything else?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, one of those good berry muffins or whatever it is there. That's what's very good.
Oh, the good berry biscuits. Those are very good as well. How many would you like?
Two. I'll take two of them.
Just two. All right. And she's moving very, very slow, like shuffling. And she's got she's putting the phallic shaped into an actual bag.
Does anybody else want a biscuit? Maybe we should get more than two.
Get like a whole bag of dicks.
Oh, you're right.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes, that'll be plenty.
How about you, tall, dark, and handsome?
I'd like a few of these dragon donuts.
Oh, those are very good. Slightly spicy, but very good.
I can take the heat.
I'm sure you could. And she just starts collecting all your orders. And how about you? And she looks at Snow.
I guess I'll get one of those donut holes.
Just a donut hose.
Just one.
That won't fill you up. I'll give you a dozen.
Oh, fuck.
I don't need that many.
I'll give you a dozen. They're actually quite small. They are actual donut holes. You know.
Oh.
They're you can probably fit about 3 or
So
4
it's
in
like
your
a
mouth.
small bag of donut holes.
Yes. Yeah.
No, then, I'll go ahead and take a bag of donut holes.
Okay. All right. I Oma's gonna take care of you.
Oh my lordy.
And she slowly but surely puts all your order into boxes and bags and sets it on the counter. I think for the whole lot, that's going to be about 5 gold.
Silfiel, did you want anything?
You know what?
I'm sorry, I forgot about. What would you like, miss?
You know what? I think we have enough. And she's gonna pull out 5 gold.
I
Are
have
you
some of my
sure?
gifts with me.
Okay. And she holds out a very wrinkled hand and takes the 5 gold and puts it away. Well, this is quite a haul. Are you sure you can carry it?
Tall, dark, and handsome got it.
I was literally going to say the same thing.
Oh, I'm sure he could. You know,
That's not in my contract.
You remind me of a particular actor I used to act with back in Wrexham. He was tall, dark, and handsome, too. He's quite old now, and shriveled up, but he was quite the lay.
King, please just take them. Please just take them. Please. Can we go?
Yes.
I like this lady.
We'll pick up the bags of donuts and shit and...
Donuts and shit.
She
A
licks her
pleasant
lips as
day.
we leave.
Oh my god.
She seems fun.
Goodbye! See you!
Bye-bye.
And you all leave the shop.
She was really horny, guys.
Yeah.
I'd be careful about which of those penis cakes you eat.
How am I supposed to know what's good and what's not?
Whichever one
Okay.
smells like fish, you should avoid.
Oh
Ugh,
my
why would you put
god.
that into my brain?
King!
What?
Uh,
We were all thinking it, weren't we?
No!
That had not entered my mind, thanks.
Sorry.
I don't know how I feel about you getting comfortable with us.
As you continue along your way, you do encounter a particular shop that catches your eye. It is called the Lost Trove Thrift Shop. It is beautiful, a beautiful shop front with classic German style like facade. And on the front door is a sign that says, solve a riddle, get a free trinket if you come inside.
It's just tiny bears.
That sounds fun. Is anyone good at riddles?
No, not at all, but I'll try.
Well, let's give it a go anyway.
You know, I'm kind of, for once, craving a drink. I'd much rather go to the bar. Would you?
No.
You guys go ahead.
Okay.
And Sil's gonna depart.
Okay. So who's...
No, let's go ahead and try this first.
Yeah. I'm gonna go check out the shop. If you guys want to meet at the bar later, that's fine.
I admit my curiosity is piqued.
Yeah.
Alright. Good.
Okay. So
I'm going.
who's all entering the shop?
Me.
It is a middle-aged man that greets you, and he comes up. Hello there. Welcome to the Lost Trove of Thrift Shop. If
King leaves.
oh,
Hello.
all right.
Okay, he's very socially anxious.
The king walked in the door, heard that, and immediately turned around and left.
That's his loss. If you will step in, please.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
what's it about this riddle?
Oh, you're here for the riddles. All right. Please roll a D100. So.
Why not? Nine.
Hey.
A 9. Okay. All right.
They aren't my
This-
forte. Whatever.
This is the tricky one. Better old than young. The healthier it is, the smaller it will be.
Wait, are we trying to say what it is?
Yes.
Yeah.
My guess. I have no idea. I'm really bad at riddles.
Could you repeat that?
Better old than young. The healthier it is, the smaller it will be.
Is he saying better old than
Old
young?
than young, yeah.
Better old than young. The healthier it is.
The smaller it will be.
I swear to God, if this is another penis joke.
I know this one. I'm glad I'm not there.
I do not know this one.
Thinking of like a fruit or a vegetable.
Hmm.
Take your time. Take your time.
Baby.
A baby.
Tell me I'm wrong.
An old baby.
I'm sorry, it's not your riddle.
Shit, okay, maybe that was wrong. You should have told me I was wrong faster, Higgin.
This is not a raisin, is it?
Race.
Hmm.
It's not.
Okay, I'm really shit at riddles. Never mind.
Don't worry, so are we.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's a wound.
Wound.
A
Oh.
wound? Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed
Yes, that makes sense.
Even though I'm
All right.
covered in them.
That's a good one.
Would any of you others like to solve a riddle?
Or maybe I'll get lucky.
Okay, roll D100.
Okay.
$65.
Almost nice.
Almost nice.
Ah. I'll give you an easy one.
Thank you. You can tell I am not smart.
Up, up and down they go and travel, but never do they move an inch.
You gotta be kidding.
Up and down they go.
Do they travel?
Yes. Up and down they go and travel, but never do they move an inch.
My instinct is to say worm, but I know that is incorrect.
Echo knows this
Feel
one
like
too,
a-
huh?
I do, yeah.
Would you?
Like a freaking riddle master over here.
I'll give you, since you know that's wrong, I'll give you another guess.
Oh, I just have no clue.
Why
Yeah,
couldn't you have thrown this store at us when I was drunk?
Sorry.
I give up. I don't know. Storekeeper.
Oh, I'm so sorry. They're stairs.
Oh.
Stairs don't travel.
They
People
do.
travel on stairs.
They travel. You can go up and down them.
I don't know.
People
I'm not
travel
the side
on them.
here. I'm on the side here, but you know, whatever.
All right.
It's fine. It's fine.
Last person
Go ahead, Higgin.
Oh, okay. Oh, one more.
to roll D100.
So far, just not doing very good at all.
Nice.
Nice.
Damn,
No
you
way.
bitch! You outdid me.
All right. A faith I do have, But see, I do not. When they see my hands, they often ponder in thought.
Oh,
What is this? It's not a watch, is it? The clock?
It is.
I was. Oh, damn it! I wanted to sound smart. That's what I was gonna say.
Hagen does a little dance. Too easy.
Alright.
I win.
Hagen's head.
If you will, another D100, please.
For the prize.
The
Yes.
trinket.
I get a trinket. Whatever
86.
Whatever that is.
I mean, if it was gonna go to anybody in the group, a trinket for Hagen makes the most sense.
Give.
Okay. He goes back behind the counter and he plucks a pair of boots. These are the boots of mismatchedness. These boots were once were fashionable and worn by a great adventurer. Now they're still very fashionable, albeit full of holes and worn out. They also have lost all semblance of shape and often will wear them on the wrong feet without realizing it. Yeah, so that's what you got.
So there's a little more than leather.
Wow,
socks.
thanks. These are really great. He just kind of drops them in the bag of holding. Let this be known as the day that Hagen bested the Riddle Master of Nogbrot.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. My name is Thorald Mackenzie.
That's
Nice to meet you. Yes, it's rather unfortunate.
Been a pleasure.
What else do you do? What else is in this shop besides broken ass shoes?
I buy, sell, and trade. If you have something to sell or something interesting you want to buy in my shop, and it is this. Now that you look around in the shop, it is filled with trinkets and just it's a thrift shop. It is basically your local Goodwill.
So not the
everything-
highest level of stuff.
No. If you can search around and try to find something interesting if you want.
I want to go to Silfield.
Silphil's
Okay.
at the tavern.
We might need to come back later when we have more steam, sir.
That's
Sorry,
very
I had a
fair.
free
We
thing
did just
with
get
you.
into town from traveling and then really got up to some heavy activity.
All right. That's fair enough.
Hagen's still bleeding from his fucking head.
Herb is also red as well.
Yeah, you look
All
a little
over.
you look a little fucked up.
Yeah,
well,
it's been a day, but your riddle really cheered me up.
oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, I liked losing.
Well, maybe you can try again tomorrow. That sign is always up.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you for coming to my shop. I'll see you later.
Later.
Bye-bye.
King is
All right.
waiting outside.
Okay.
I can't
all right.
believe you didn't stay inside to listen to that guy's symphony of a voice.
Riddle.
I hate lisps. Well done, Hagen.
I got
Okay.
some gross shoes.
Was it you? That was the prize.
ticket. Broken ass shoes.
Astounding.
They look kind of good, but they're really busted up. Zurek gave me these boots, and they're a lot better.
Sounds like this. Well, did you have fun, Hagen?
Yeah.
Then it was worth it. Let's go get fucked up.
Hell
All
yeah.
right. Okay. So, you head on over to the Whistling Woodsman. It is a brick building with a slate roof and stands about 4 stories tall. It looks like a hunting lodge. It is filled with people and patrons of all sorts. It is a busy tavern and inn.
Every time I see this place, I think it's going to be made of wood.
Yeah, so you walk on in. The tavern has a number of long hearths that are lined with engraved tables and benches of all sorts. It seems like it's frequented by off-duty Righteous Brand. So you see a couple Crowns Guards. And at the bar, you see a very tall woman with short-ish blonde hair, very well put together and muscular. Kind of the real world reference here. Just imagine Brienne of Tarth as a barkeeper.
Well.
Right.
And however, let's see. There you go. There she is.
Is Sylphia here?
Yes!
Yeah, she
God
is.
damn, I've been here this whole time! Waiting for
Sorry.
y'all to fucking...
I didn't hear you.
Oh my god. Well, next time I'll start yelling like I fucking...
Okay, that'll do.
Her most defined feature, this bartender, is she has what are they called? Where you have two different irises.
Heterochromia.
Heterochromia.
Which is
where
awesome.
one eye is a bright blue and the other is a dull gray.
Cool.
And hello there. Welcome to the Whistling Woodsman. What can I get you?
Our friend should be here.
Oh, okay, all right. Take a
Also,
table.
we do have a coin given to us by Captain Boyd, covering our drinks and food and room for the night.
All right then.
Syl would not have been sitting at the bar. She probably would have found a table in a corner somewhere because she does not want to be spied on while sorting through money.
Okay. There is one corner booth available. It is a long booth, able to sit about 8 people.
Perfect.
I'd like to imagine it wasn't available, but Sylphia made it available by staring at somebody.
Yes.
There was an Aragorn-looking guy sitting there smoking a pipe, all ominous.
"Hey,
She just
fuck
comes up
off."
and stares at him.
I need this seat. It's mine now. Get.
There was a halfling sitting there. He was like trying to save it, but you intimidated him away. And there you are, sitting. What are you? What did you get to drink?
Something.
There's ale, wine, a spirit.
Probably, obviously, something alcoholic because now she's actually starting to like the taste of it. But it would have been sweeter than what King normally gets.
Okay.
So.
King drinks rubbing alcohol.
Drinks Everclear.
Great. A bottle of
Rosé?
whatever. Oh,
I'd take a fine Moscato, definitely.
a Moscato. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Me either.
It's a white wine.
Wine?
Yeah.
Sweet white wine.
It's a dessert wine. It's pretty good. A bottle of Moscato will cost you about 15 gold.
Okay.
I think we're fucking loaded.
Yeah,
Good thing it's on Boyd's name.
but it is
She
on
doesn't
Boyd's
have the
name.
coin.
Oh, that's true.
She doesn't have the coin, so she
Oh,
would have.
shit.
She would have spent her own money.
No.
Oh, okay, yes.
And
Just to
it-
start anyway, right?
yeah.
Yeah, 15 gold for the bottle.
Okay. So hold on a second. Let me do some math. Because I have 27 from when I stole from everybody when I got here.
Okay.
Give me a second. Inventory. So let's see.
So they bought your drink.
Yes. Why, in fact, they did. So 5 for the goodies. Remove. And 15, you said? Yes? 15.
Yes.
For the whole last bottle, which she has almost downed all of. Because it tastes really good.
Okay. All right.
Yes, I will roll a con save if you need me to.
No, it is sweet enough and kind of low in alcohol.
I didn't hear anything that was just said. God damn it. Hello?
King, hello.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay. Go anyways.
No con save. As you get to the bottom of the bottle, you do feel a little buzz going on.
Okay.
To the bartender, King will say, "We're at that table back there, and can you get us a picture of the house special?"
Yeah, that I can. That I can. Coming right up.
Sound good, everybody else?
We all just head back to the table.
What? No.
Yep.
As
That's it.
Snow, would you like something else?
Fish if there is any, and then just water.
Oh, let me bring you a menu.
So, we all, like, pile into Sylphio's table.
Yeah. Imagine like a booth
Oh,
at
in there
Denny's.
too, soon.
Like a Denny's booth.
Exactly.
It took you guys long enough.
Yeah, I saw burrito.
You did.
Yeah, I cut some shoes, I guess. But I did it.
Oh.
Can I see the shoes you won?
Oh, sure, here. You'll dig around in this bag of holding and pull out the shoes.
These look
Yeah.
like leather socks.
Yes, I told you.
Well, you got exactly what you paid for.
Yeah. It was fun anyway, like you say.
Do they smell like popcorn to anybody else?
What-
Yeah, I'm
what's
gonna
popcorn?
put them back in the
Frito
bag.
chip toenail.
Go ahead and
Throws
then.
them back in the bag. Do our drinks show up?
Yeah. After a few minutes, the drinks do show up. Water for Snow, and a big pitcher with mugs available to you of the house ale, which is rather good. It's really well made. And she drops a menu for Snow. Snow.
I just choose something with fish in it.
This menu is quite extensive. However, there's no fish.
That's
Oh
fair.
no.
Chicken.
Fish chicken.
Okay. Well, let's see.
It's all pork.
Chicken.
Everything's pork.
Sorry, someone's knocking at my door.
Oh. Okay.
Actually, I have to use the bathroom real quick.
Alright, how about we just, while we're doing
It's
this,
a-
how about we take the
Take a little
break?
break.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
why don't we
okay.
take a
While they
That sounds
order
good.
food. Because there's... Katako, did you see there's dumplings upstairs?
Dumplings.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. As Snow orders her fish and chips from the waitress, who introduced herself as Chloe, she goes back, leaves the menu there for you all to peruse. And as you're sitting there, a stout dwarf runs by in a jovial mood and points to one of the tables that seems to have off-duty righteous brand soldiers, and he goes, "You hideous snake-faced troll kisser! Fuck you!" And he runs over.
Jesus.
Huh.
Runs over to who?
The table with a bunch of off-duty righteous brand officers that are nearby. So
Higgins
You're
shrugged.
here.
He's pouring himself a drink.
Okay.
No.
You,
Yeah. Hey, do you, maybe you remember, Silphel, that game that Eladar taught us? The drinking game.
Yes, I vaguely remember it.
It's called
Oh yeah, we should do
what
it.
the fuck is up with that? We should try that game.
Still is splitting out money, so, I mean,
Well,
she'll, participate as she can, but she is paying more attention to the coin than she is to you guys.
Oh, okay.
okay.
What about you? Would you like to play King? It's kind of fun. You get to ask someone a question, and if they don't want to answer, they have to drink.
Seems fair to me. Yeah, I'll play.
I don't specifically remember the rules.
That's pretty much it. That's exactly it.
I think it was rollies, and then the highest asked the lowest.
Oh yeah.
yes.
Yeah, definitely rollies. The highest gets to answer or they ask the question, and the lowest gets to answer it. Or sorry, the highest gets to ask a question of someone at the table. There you go.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So are we rolling?
Yes, you are.
What are we rolling?
This is
Just
your
the
show.
D20s?
D20.
Yeah, we're just gonna
Yep.
roll some
Okay.
d20s.
Oh, of
Okay.
course.
Oh, why didn't mine show up? Dang, I rolled a natural 20.
Oh, okay. Snow gets to ask the question.
Who rolled the lowest?
I did.
You don't have to. Just pick someone that you want to ask a question to.
Okay.
I like the music.
Yeah,
It's really good, yeah.
Thanks.
I hear concerning music, Stinky Chicken.
Bagok.
Alright, is it time for you to go to bed? Oh, nasty.
I'm bad at these games. Alright,
Well,
Hagen.
who do you want to ask a question? Okay, there you go.
What's your favorite kind of vegetable?
vegetable.
Snow
Well.
like smiles and laughs a little bit and puts her hand on her face because she knows how dumb her question was.
Well, here in Alexandria, I very much like these carrots, these orange things. But back in the Feywild, there was something similar, but it's not called a carrot.
Well, what was it called?
Well, he'll say some Sylvan word. I don't.
Huh.
I imagine there would be different vegetables and things in the Feywild. Okay. Well, yeah, it's just maybe a little bit different color. They were purple, and these ones are orange.
Oh, okay. Next person, I guess.
Yep.
So we roll again?
Yep.
So it's
Roll
real
again.
Do I
softball.
roll again as well?
Yes.
D2.
All right. So,
Hmm.
your question to ask someone.
She's just kind of clinking coins on top of each other, and she's gonna kind of ponder for a second. What the fuck is Chloe talking about?
I'm just separating the roles.
Oh, okay.
It's bingo, Q3.
So Snow, why are you afraid of giants so much? She's still clinking coins. She's not looking up, but she is gonna ask the deep questions.
That was my question. If I had one,
Sorry.
it's okay.
You can take a drink.
She grabs a drink and shoves it and just quickly drinks it down
Fair enough.
and slams against the table. And
It's,
then she kind of just leans back in her chair.
Is it the drink of water or is it booze?
It's the booze.
Okay, good. Alright.
I think that was your first drink.
Second.
Oh, okay. King kind of chuckles and
Third,
says,
actually.
"Looks like a pass to me." Roll.
Rollies.
Okay, come on.
Oops, sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Hagen, it's your question.
Okay. Hey, Sephora.
What if I feel like this was inevitable?
What? What do you think? Oh, don't be so cagey. I've noticed you don't really want to go back to the dynasty. What's up with that? What the fuck is up with that?
I don't want to go back because I spent quite a few decades in the army, and I felt like I gave a lot of my life in service of the dynasty, and I feel like they betrayed that loyalty to me.
Today? Oh. Well, now I want to ask another question, but I can't.
Alright, I answered your question. I'm gonna take a drink anyways.
Okay.
Okay. Rollies.
Oh, good.
Snow. Oh. Yep. Snow.
Alright, Snow.
Still, when the Crown's Guard came to the warehouse, why did you run?
I don't particularly like jail cells.
That's fair. I guess that's an answer.
Imagine seeing your parents in one for a short period of time and then they get killed. She looks up briefly and then takes a swig.
So you fear them.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
She looked
That's
at you
an answer.
intently when she said that, so you fear them. And then that's it.
Rollies?
I hate this fucking game.
Don't we all?
Should we
Oh,
eliminate people who have already asked a question so that certain people who haven't
Sure.
asked the question can start?
So, King, you're the one asking.
Oh, okay. King will look over at Higgin and he will say,
Ooh, lucky me.
Hagen, I've got a question for you.
Yeah, shoot.
Where does a small rabbit person from the Feywild find so much fucking power? What the fuck is up with that?
Well, if suppose I don't think I've told you the story. I was wandering the Feywild for quite a long time. I didn't really have a whole lot going for me, and then a god came to me in a vision. I was very high at the time, though. But she offered me a chance at a power, and if I just did a favor, and there you go.
Well, now I have another question.
Oh.
But that's not how this game works.
Eyebrows raised. Takes a drink. Anyway.
It's a fun game.
I think so.
Holy cow.
Alright. The only person that hasn't asked a question is Sephora. So
Let's just
if you would like to ask a question, it's your turn.
So, I know King is working for this group under contract. Oh. But everybody else is here of their own free will. King, I suppose I want to know what you're all about.
Well, I'm a mercenary. I work for money. Originally, I was tasked by TAP to find Cinda, an individual who no longer works with the collective.
Right, the bitch.
Your words, not mine.
Could you not? She was my friend.
Right, sorry.
There was some tension as the contract owner became her boyfriend. And then they didn't like that it was only as an officer. They didn't like that I wasn't willing to put my life on the line for the collective. So Silphiel hired me on full as a party member with the collective.
You still
That
want to give your
payment
life
done.
for the party?
I'll absolutely give my life for the party. They just have to bring me back.
Alright.
So,
Or rather,
people in this
you.
group can do that, right?
One can.
2, I point at Hagen and King.
Well, I can't bring myself back.
Well, no. But you could bring... Yeah.
But I can bring it back, yes.
That's just good to know. I mean, I'm not super worried about it because I'll come back anyways, depending on where I am.
I'm also not entirely certain if I die, if I'll just return home. I don't really know how it works.
I was about to ask you where home was, but it's not my turn anymore, I
It's not
suppose.
your turn. King will take a drink.
Phil has probably at this point finished the Moscato and is now downing a pint or whatever of the ale.
They have pints?
They have pints?
Point. I'm gonna go get one.
Go for it, Sil. Yeah.
At this point, Chloe walks over with a steaming hot plate of fried fish and chips, or French fries, and sets it down in front of Snow.
Jamali fries.
Nice.
Here you are.
Menagerie.
Yes. Tamale fries. Can I get you another bottle, of the Moscato?
Sure.
All right. It's on the house. Any other food orders?
I'll have the Jaeger schnitzel.
Jaeger Schnitzel, good choice.
This is
Right,
gonna
all our food
sound
is being covered.
really weird, but do you have any overly ripe apples?
I think I can scrounge one up for you, yeah.
I'd love that. Thank you.
Sure. And she looks to Higgin and Sephora.
Is it grapes, please?
Yes, I'll have what she's having with strawberries, please.
Strawberries and cream?
Yes. Yeah.
Strawberries and cream?
Thank
Both of you?
Yeah, sure.
Would you like any chocolate, powdered sugar?
It works.
Yeah, throw it on,
Works?
yeah.
Alright, I'll make it a la mode too. There we
and
go.
and some apple slices, please. Off the kids menu right here.
Okay. Alright. Apple slices on their way.
Thank you.
Sure. And she walks off. And, well, rollies?
Rollies.
Rolling.
Rollies.
Oh, wow. That's high. All high. Oh, except for snow. Alright, Kate?
King, while is still looking at Higgin, he says, "Well, I still have that question I want to ask you. But first," he turns and he looks at Sephora and he says, "Who betrayed you?"
In a broad sense, the Queen did. And
Well,
in
that might be above my pay grade.
a more specific sense, I don't know. The Queen, because she didn't pursue the issue, but ultimately I don't know who did.
Do you want to find out?
I do. More than anything, I want to find out who did. Is that it?
Yeah, I only get one question.
Okay.
You
She'll
gave
take
me the
another
second
drink.
one for free.
That's true. It wasn't your turn. I'll let you do that. Fuck.
King rolls. Even though he just asked.
It's into my Wildemount PC tokens. That is amazing. Paula. Holy moly.
Mm.
What?
Character art.
Wow.
It's zippy.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's amazing.
Where did that come from? You just do that now?
Yes.
Jesus.
Fuck.
I've been drawing it
Alright.
since you guys
It's
were
so
at the
good.
at the thingy thing, the riddle master person.
Would you like that to be your token?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She looks so smooth. Fucking hell.
She
Yeah.
is smooth. It's about time you noticed.
Cheeky fucker. Shut up.
Okay. For the record, there you go.
Yay.
Actually, let's move over to a better background. How about that?
That's so good.
Thank you.
Oh, the record books.
Alright. Jesus Christ.
Okay. Oh,
You gotta roll
Mm.
for the rollies.
rollies.
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
I thought, oh,
Yeah. We're not done yet.
okay.
Okay.
Higgin.
We'll take Higgin, yeah.
Oh, I know. Still, I haven't really got a chance to ask you, but you finally got revenge after all those years. What was that like? How did that feel?
Syl stops counting her money for a second. In fact, actually, I think she's done, which, by the way, how do we split this?
How much is it?
It's
5 ways, 10,000 gold,
2,000 each.
2,000 each. It's less than what you were promised, but
Not by
there you
much.
are.
Yeah,
We were betrayed by the fucking guy. So.
she'll...
So 2,000 gold for everybody.
she'll put a stack down in front of every one of you, and she'll look at Higgin and she'll just take a big drink.
All right.
2,000?
As
Not
Actions
better
speak
than
louder
before.
than words, I see.
I wanted to know too.
Perhaps another...
as you collect your gold, King, with your passive perception, roll me a D100, please.
Oh, you fuck. What are you doing? Alright.
Someone wants to steal from us.
Having fun. That's what I'm doing.
94.
94.
You want to go now?
She's been drinking a lot. I'm gonna roll a con save.
Okay, that sounds good. With your passive perception from the table where that dwarf ran to, you hear a ridiculous boast. Yeah, I was down in Nicodranus, and I swear to you, I once stopped a hurricane by shooting at it with a bow. I swear. That's what I did.
I think in his slightly inebriated state, King will just suddenly...
You rolled for a tableside boast. That's what it was.
Oh, okay.
I love that.
Loud enough that the guy might hear if he's listening. He'd just hear King say, "What a fucking jackass!"
They're too busy in their conversation.
I figured.
To hear you. But all right. Whose question was it? It was Higgin to Syl. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still drink.
Yeah, Syl drank.
You have a +5.
Which, by the way, she's now going to be looking out for that extra bottle of Moscato.
Okay. Very well.
Not any better than before.
Oh, did you take a drink to answer the question?
Yeah.
And was that it?
I did.
Okay.
She did.
She
No
dodged it.
words, just drink.
Dodge. Okay. Oh, I'm Zipporah now. Whoops.
There can only be one.
I am Zipporah.
That's not bad.
That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Oh, natural 20 for one of them. Oh, wait, that wasn't a 20.
That's a 7.
Like it. Not
Okay.
mine.
It's Syl, your turn.
How about we roll between King and I? I don't want to.
Sure.
The guy already asked the question, but
So?
we can.
You can do it. Yeah, you
Roll
won't.
higher
It's
than
your
a
game.
14. What the fuck? Alright, I'll just answer. I'll ask the fucking
We're on the
question.
same wavelength.
Let me think. Who's been asked the most questions so far?
That would be Zipporah.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright.
I'm trying to get my secrets.
We want to know who you are.
That's fine. Keep your secrets.
Fuck, I understand that reference.
Keep your secrets.
I think everyone else is only past one.
Do you know, I'm honestly really stumped. King,
Yep.
what was life like before becoming a mercenary for you?
Good question.
I was half expecting, do you like me?
Okay, she's not that much of a schoolgirl.
Yeah, that's not
She's
Syl
drunk,
at all.
Do you like me, Ooh?
Well,
Answer the question, ignore that happened.
King kind of twirls the mug in front of him as he thinks about it, and he says, I was a member of a paladin order, so it was very regimented. A few years of following orders and fighting monsters, slaying mages that had gone insane. Lots of duties that were extremely boring. Visiting funerals and graveyards, putting people to rest. That part's part of the job, but it's tedious. Boring. And I couldn't drink very much.
Oh, lame.
Well, I suppose the other questions I had were gonna have to wait.
Yep.
Alright.
Rollies?
Who's left?
Snow.
I think Snow, yeah.
Oh no.
Well, everyone else has asked a question, Snow,
You're
so
right,
it's on you.
You're right.
Even with a
It is
1.
on me. Let's see.
So it's Snow's turn, yeah?
Yeah.
I had to get my food.
Still feel.
She takes another drink preemptively, but Ro listens.
Whoa.
She's listening. She's just getting ready.
Can I ask?
She nods, mid-sip.
What is your favorite thing to do? Like, it could be game, activity, flying.
Oh, that's an easy one. Feeling. You hear in
Mhm.
your mind, so.
The ring.
Got it.
If it's Michael Caine talking, it's no one else hears it.
I didn't know. I thought it was the guy at the other.
I was about to say,
table.
like, how the fuck do you know that?
Yeah.
It is definitely the ring.
She kind of lifts her hand and looks at him like, could you not right now? Like, that's not entirely true.
Did we all see you do that?
Yeah, did you think that, or are you saying that to the ring?
She's actually, I'm gonna say that I failed that concept. She's pretty plastered.
So she talked to the
she
ring?
talked to the ring in front of you guys.
Oh, wow. Knew what the fuck is up with that question.
Yeah.
And then she looks up. You know, it's been a while since I've thought about my favorite thing to do. And you would think it was flying. But... I'm afraid I can't answer that one. So she takes a drink.
Well, it was worth a try. She curiously stares at your hand.
Would Zipporah remember the ring from the book?
That's a good question.
Yeah, it was detailed enough. If you think that Zipporah needs to recall it, you can roll a history check.
I will, because she does have an intelligence of 10.
Okay.
Wow.
High or low?
She rolled a
It didn't
Very
20.
in tune with Sylphia.
I watched, she rolled a 20.
Wow.
I rolled a natural 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why it didn't roll on the page, but...
Yeah, I don't know why either, but I saw it in the
I
D&D
see it.
log
I
chat.
can see it in the log as well. It's 20.
Just like laser hawk eyes. That's the ring!
King would already know
Wasn't
about
as
this,
hard as you
but
thought it was.
Yeah, King knows about this. Was she just kind of like us?
Gonna be.
It's not. I mean, yeah, King knows about it, but he's not going to talk about it.
Okay. She notes.
Okay.
Rolly.
She knows.
I will not.
Alright, so fresh round?
Oh wait, no, I guess I wasn't the one who asked the question.
Have you all asked a question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's starting over again.
Yeah, Snow's got to roll out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Right. Ready. Roll.
At the end of this question, and before the next, another bottle of Moscato arrives,
Ah.
and all your food.
Oh.
Well, King will look over at Snow, and he will say, I have so many questions for so many of you, but I think this one will be funny. Snow. I don't know if anybody else noticed. Yes, I do. Everybody noticed. You appeared to have a giant fucking crush on that other hairy goblin.
You took my other one. Damn.
Yes, I
Gotta get
did.
good, Hig.
Yes, I do.
Well, there's the free answer. Thank you. I was going to
She's
ask.
very cute.
Are you going to pursue it?
Trift.
I think not.
You know, I've always got that.
Looks a little disappointed.
I've always got that stone. If you ever wanted to talk to her.
Yeah.
Well, just offering. Don't sound too sad or anything.
Nah, I'm good.
Alright.
Wow. My tip.
I'm
What?
sure she'd like to
just
talk to
think
you. She's
that-
very nice. I'm sure she'd love to talk to you. Hey? She seemed to like you too.
Yeah.
Get your ass out of my face.
I pursue, but just as a friend.
Bitch,
Alright.
better. Oh, thank God. Sorry, what happened?
Your mutterings just never
Get
mind.
your asshole out of my face.
Because it's real close. If I'd like nudged my face forward, my nose would have went right into her pucker.
Oh my god.
Ew.
I was
Gross.
not pleased. I was not pleased.
Neither are
Anyway.
Hey, food secret.
What did you have to say, Snow?
Essentially, she wants to get back home to the Fey realm, and I kind of want to stay here, so...
You wouldn't even like to visit?
I mean, I wouldn't mind visiting. Yeah.
Well, you don't have to make any commitments. You can just go where the world takes you.
Have you
Where
ever
the wind
considered
takes
boning without any
Yeah, where the wind takes you,
commitments?
yes.
What was that?
Said, have you ever considered boning without commitment? It's very fun.
No, I haven't.
Oh.
Whoa.
I just imagine Zipporah just taking out one of those phallic shaped breads and just like waggling it around.
Ooh, they're cream filled.
That's,
They would.
No.
not into bones.
Wow.
You don't like meat?
As she eats her fish and chips.
She looks at you and like...
Oh,
the
I think
joke
I
you
get it.
just made.
I get it.
Still
Yeah.
takes another drink. Another big drink.
Okay.
Snow drinks her water.
King drinks your water.
Hagen's eating crepes.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
grapes are.
she's downing this fucking fermented apple, which is of course not helping her drunkenness.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's pretty overripe and bruised, and it's how you imagine an overripe apple would be.
She doesn't quite understand the appeal from her parents, but she does enjoy the prolonged buzz, if you will.
Oh.
So,
Yeah. Man. You'd think I'd have more questions for the lot of you, but I pay way too much attention to really have too many.
you're not curious about anything?
What could I possibly be curious about?
I don't know.
King, do you like me?
Oh.
Christ. No. I've already asked Higgin questions outside of this. I don't think I really want to touch down on that again for his own sanity.
Oh. It's alright. I'll just drink if I don't want to answer it.
I don't see why this is against the rules. I have a question for you all. What are your plans for when we get back to Zadash? I imagine you're going to stay with us, Sephora, so...
Just decorate my room.
Yes, you'll probably find it to be in much need, since it is the bitch's room.
It's whose room?
You cut out when you were speaking.
Said, since it is the bitch's room.
Oh, gross. You don't have any extra rooms?
I'm afraid not, unless you want to sleep in one of the small ones downstairs.
I'm pretty sure her soul told me she boned in that room, so I don't really feel comfortable.
I mean, you and King could probably fight over the big master bedroom.
It's not big, yeah, very big.
I'll fight King any day.
Well, whatever it is that we plan to do, I'm going to be honest with you all. Before you signed me on, I had a hard time finding, well, fun in anything. It was hard to enjoy myself. Everything was just me feeling sorry for what I'd been through. But working with you all has helped me forget that, given me a reason to smile.
At the door.
So whatever it is, I'd like to stay with you all.
I didn't know you had a cute sidekick.
Of course I do.
Smile has an immense smile on her face.
Well, I'd like you to stay too. You know,
I'm pretty
raise his
sure
drink.
that rugged demeanor is all the cute he's got.
Look who's lighting it
There's
up.
something gooey under there, I just know it.
King winks
From what I'm
and taps his
gathering.
drink.
At who? Who does he wink at?
You?
Shit.
It doesn't seem directed. He just kind of winks as everyone is all
Okay.
responding. But he will tap his tankard with Higgins and then drink.
Snow intently smiles at you.
I have so many plans when I get back. I want to plant a garden, and I've got so many notes I've made. I want to try and make some new contraptions, some things to help with magic. And I planted a tree before I left. I want to see if it's grown at all.
Awesome.
In that big empty yard, there was nothing in it, so I planted a tree.
So where is this place?
Oh, in Zadash.
Yeah.
Okay, is it just in like the shithole slum on the far side of Zadash, or is it?
No,
No,
it's in the fancy area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It
quite
was
the,
a rich person's house.
it's quite
What
the
did
abode.
We took out, what did we fight?
Oh, a night hag.
Yeah, Night Hag. Yes,
Which-
thank you, Hagen.
Sylphiel is very loud. Yeah, we fought a night hag. As she leans back and looks at the boasters across the way.
You actually see King's
you get a
face.
few looks. And
Airship.
You see
King.
King's face darken.
as you look over towards that table, King, as your eyes flit across the bar across the way, something catches your eye,
Is it a night hag?
and I need you to come into secrets with me.
God damn it.
Son of a
Night
bitch.
Night hag.
Rollies. Dang, I still have one more question. For someone.
I have a question too, actually.
I've got questions for people. Yeah, I could probably do one more. I think we could finish up this round
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
with me, you,
And then once the game is over, you're free to ask any questions whatsoever. So, I mean,
and... It's fun to do it in session. Can even the questions you can't answer, like, make you think more about your character. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Sophia does that little boast. King, you spot something, and what do you do?
The whole party sees King looking over his shoulder toward the bar, and he holds one finger up in that direction, and then he turns to the rest of you and he says, "There's somebody I think all of you should meet."
What?
I'm
Oh.
intrigued. I get up.
Nope, we're not going anywhere.
We're not going anywhere. Is he coming to the table? Okay, sorry. I thought King was getting up. No, I don't get up. Sorry.
No, we're in a big booth. None of us can get up. We're all trapped, and it's Denny's booth.
King will make a beckoning gesture.
Okay. As you all look over at the person that King beckons over to the table, you quite obviously see a woman with dark painted lips, dark hair, and she looks a little out of place somewhat as she waltzes over.
Oh, I know what this is.
Yeah.
She waltzes over, and she comes over to the table, and she looks at Syl. "May I sit here, please?"
I suppose so. And she scoots over.
And she slides in.
King will
She's
gesture.
She's looking at King now like, who the fuck?
King will gesture to her and say, "This is Sylphio, Hagen, Snow, and Zipporah. Collective, this is my mother, Liza."
Oh, it's
Then-
nice to meet you.
Do you want a drink?
She has a glass of wine already, and she toasts it up. "Yes, I am aware of all of you. Hello, I am Liza. It's nice to meet all of you finally,
I see where King gets all the looks.
especially you, Sylphia."
Syl is now, like, fucking taking a huge chug of the fucking Moscato bottle. Oh, I can only imagine what your son has told you.
Make a con save.
Oh, jeez.
I can only imagine.
Well, I didn't mean to roll it twice, but it was at disadvantage anyways, so...
You are drunk. You are drunk now.
What a wonderful
yeah.
time for you to just show up.
Isn't it, though?
You do have a +5, by the way, to your con save.
Oh, that's like, fucking, what, a 14? Oh, shit. Hello?
She
Hi. Okay, go on.
She taps your knee, Sylphiel, very lightly, just as a friendly tap, or a pat, if you will. One from a mother who you're sitting next to her son, basically.
I see where King gets his good looks from.
Second person to say that.
You know,
I did not hear you. I'm sorry. Cut out.
It's okay. I said it.
No, that's hilarious because we all think he was super fucking hot.
Yeah.
Good lord.
well, compliments are nice, but what game are you all playing?
Oh, it's a game called What the Fuck Is Up With That?
Ooh.
Where we ask questions of each other.
Are you going to drink with us, Miss Liza?
Yeah. Do you want to play?
You answer the question, or if you don't want to answer the question, you have to take a drink.
Or you can just drink if you want.
Oh, that's also
Sure. I'll play this little game, if you will. Do we need these dice
Yes.
that you're rolling?
Yep.
All right. And with a snap of her fingers and a puff of flame, she has a dice in her hand.
Your mom's cool, King.
Whoa!
That's awesome.
I know. It's where I get my instincts for image. What, you think Alistair is just because he's friendly?
She gives you a smile, King.
I think Alistair's quite friendly.
He is.
She rolled a 4.
She's not using loaded dice?
You know,
She doesn't want to ask a question.
You see, as she rolls the lowest out of you, she's like, oh, oops, and she flicks a finger and it rolls to a natural 20.
When we cheat.
Sweats.
because she did something cool, can I do something
What?
cool? Actually,
Yeah.
never mind. I just roll a normal dice.
I guess it's my question to ask.
I guess so, man.
Sylphia,
Why me?
I saw that coming.
She literally openly says, why me?
what are your intentions with my son?
Oh my god, are you gonna get the shovel talk right now?
Right to it.
Well, as your son so... What's the word I'm looking for? Eloquently put it, I'm his boss.
Hmm. Which, by the way, thank God you brought him up at that fight. I was about to be very angry.
Which fight? We've been in so many.
The one at that nest of bones, as they call it.
Ma,
Yes, son.
maybe calm down a little bit. Don't threaten my new friends.
Oh, no. I'm actually quite intrigued. What's your meaning? Why do you seem
Well-
so interested in what I do with your son?
Just call it a motherly concern. He is my only one and only.
Oh, darn, I was hoping he had brothers.
Not yet.
Not ever. Right. I'll take that as an answer. Shall we roll again then?
Are you gonna
Sure.
play fair?
This time I will.
I'm just gonna take a drink. Tension's making me sweat a little bit.
Okay. It's King.
King will. So he had an idea for a question, but now his mother's here.
Mommy showed up to crash the party.
Mummy.
I have to ask.
Yes, my sweet?
Are things so droll you just had to stop by? It's not that I'm not happy to see you.
Well, I did have a purpose of being here. But we'll get to that later. When
All right.
you all go up to your rooms, we need to talk.
All right.
Right.
Ominous.
You didn't answer the question.
Oh, did I not?
Not really. I thought you
Yeah,
were just
drink.
getting around to it.
You gotta take a drink.
Again.
And she does take a drink.
Yay!
Okay. Rollies.
Yep. Rollies. Just separate it.
Oops, that's a D100. That's not what I meant to do.
Well, time out. Zipporah asked the question.
I rolled pretty well, to be fair.
44.
You did roll really well.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, it's Sephora's question.
I think Sapporo would prop her elbow on the table, reach out, tap the ring on Sylviel's finger and say, "Where'd you get this?"
Well,
You've had it for an awful long time.
I've acquired it from.
Looks pretty magical. Reagan's just like staring.
She's like, okay, I know this is a game, but I'm feeling a little interrogated right now.
Oh,
Just ask a question. You can always.
I,
She's listening in. Does the ring want her to say anything?
The ring.
I imagine he'd want her to tell the truth. Lawful good and all that.
Yes. Yeah, he would want you to tell the truth. Yeah.
Alright, well, since you've helped me out so far, she says. I plucked it off of some bozo who wasn't using it. And, he kinda sticks with me.
he?
The person you took it from, or?
Oh,
Ring, we've
that's
never
cute.
actually...
It does have a little soul in it, doesn't it?
Yeah, white.
Snow starts looking left and right.
The ring's got a soul in it.
Ring, we never actually discussed what your name was, and I really hate calling you Ring, because you are more than that now.
Sauron.
Good guy, Sauron.
I see you. I'm sorry.
It honestly makes sense, though.
The ring chimes in. Oh, so nice of you to ask. It's William.
Jesus. I was expecting something. You know what? His name's William. And
He's just
that's a
stuck
great
in
name.
there?
he's...
Can I call him Bill?
William, can he call you Bill?
Absolutely not.
He says no.
Bill it is.
Well, there isn't much he can do about it.
Is William, like, okay in there?
William, are you okay?
Oh, just right and cozy.
As far as I know, he's mostly blind, but he helps me see through objects, which is why I was able to know what was in the cart.
Ah.
Which was how I was able to know why Higgin got suggested.
Oh, William, you're so useful. You're awesome.
However, he is determined to stay on my finger until I stop my thieving. So I suppose
he's
we're
gonna be
friends
with you
for
forever.
life, yes.
Oh. A very good conscience he has, doesn't he?
He's...
You're getting paid for it now. Remember, if you're good at something, never do it for free.
I try to make it worth his while, since, like I said, he's... Ironically, for being an eye, he's blind. But I like to think he can see through me.
King, you notice that your mother is transfixed on this ring now.
Does Syl notice
Great.
this?
Oh no.
I can roll an
Roll
insight
on-
check at disadvantage.
Roll an insight check.
That's a 16.
Okay. And sadly, you do not.
Alright. So, now that the cat's out of the bag, you know about the one little secret that would explain why I talk to myself every now and again.
Well, I mean, it's not talking to yourself if you're talking to the ring.
I'd like it if people would believe I was talking to myself. From what I've gathered, this ring is valuable. And I would like to keep
Okay.
my fingers, if you will. They're
Oh,
kind
that
of my best... They're one of my most valued possessions.
Your
Does she
mom.
nod? Apparently it will.
What? I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Yes. Are you saying that in character or out of character?
Out of character, I literally didn't hear what you
Oh,
said.
King just says to Liza that the ring will remain exactly where it is. And Liza says, apparently it will.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rollsies?
Rollsies.
Rollies. God damn it.
All right. Kala.
Liza! Since you
Mhm.
seem to be
Getting
so
worse
attentive to your son, how long have you been following
Always.
us?
I've been keeping tabs at all times.
I didn't know
Not-
your son still needed a babysitter.
He doesn't. This is for my own sake. I like knowing where my son is and what he's doing. But he has free will to do whatever he
doing.
wants. She'll, at that comment, she'll look directly into your eyes, Zipporah.
Oh no.
Uh,
Oh no,
Eyebrow waggle.
you're gonna fucking ruin Sylphia's Hulk forever. Don't do it.
free.
I don't much care for who he's doing. All that I care about is that he's safe.
So safe, ma'am.
Hmm?
I said he's so safe, ma'am.
I know he is. I've been quite impressed with your capabilities. So, thank you.
You're
Is that why you
welcome.
came here to thank us?
No, I have much important news to share. But you're here playing this game, and I would like to play, so please continue.
Alright.
I'm having a hard time believing you don't know a lot already. She still rolls the dice, but she's not taking her
still-
eyes off of Liza.
She smiles. Zipporah.
We did ask a question already.
It was about the ring.
Did you? Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, it was about the ring.
Who's next? Then it would
looks
be
like it's Higgin.
Higgin. Yep.
Alright, well this looks like it's getting pretty serious. But I'll give one for Liza as well.
Phil's just
I know
shrinking.
you're here. You're very scary. You're from hell. You're King's mother, but who is Papa?
King runs his
We've
hand.
never
over his
heard
face.
about Papa. What the fuck's up with that?
Your daddy.
She leans in, elbows on the table, her knuckles resting under her chin. She looks very intently at you, Higgin.
Ooh.
And then you see her eyes flash, the eyes of a devil.
Mm-mm.
Master Higgin, that is a question that will not be answered. And she takes a drink.
Higgins intimidated. Like a little, like, pressed back into the seat.
She smiles and leans back in the booth.
Can we get a sitting order? Because I'd like to know who's sitting where.
Yeah, can you put us on the map so we can rearrange
Sure,
ourselves
yeah,
into
yeah.
Denny's booth?
I love that it's a Denny's move. It's so good.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we could do this. So I imagine.
Whoops. Sorry.
I imagine it's Zipporah, Snow, and then Higgin in the inside. And then
I didn't mean to.
Liza, Syl, and King. Like that?
Sure.
Alright.
After the intimidation, King will reach over, but not with his hand. You will feel King's tail, like, reassuringly squeeze your shoulder, Higgin.
Oh. Let's just kind of grab his beer, take a drink, and just, like, look sideways at you, like, woo.
You're not the first. You're
Like,
not.
you know, like your mom, wow.
Alright, Rollies?
Yes.
I think it's a fresh round.
Yeah.
Did Snow get a question?
Well, it is
Not yet.
Snow's question. Actually.
Oh, okay.
Well,
So-
good. Look, she rolled the highest. Oh, well, same for Zipporah. I mean,
Sorry.
Zipporah. No, it's fine. I spoke too soon.
My bad.
Okay. So, now that you have these new friends, King,
Mhm.
out of them, which one is your favorite?
Oh, that's not fair.
Which
No,
of the
that's
collective
hilarious.
is my favorite?
King.
No, why
You
would you
can
do that
always
to
answer it.
anybody?
King
Wait.
looks at the group.
Maybe I might be drunk.
Okay, you know what? That's fine. That's valid excuse.
Sorry.
No, valid excuse.
I love it.
Do it.
Do it.
I usually don't drink this much.
That's fair. But it's also an easy question. Higgins my favorite.
Who's everybody's favorite?
Yeah.
That's not even like a bad answer.
Mm-mm.
No,
Finger
it's
guns.
not.
Finger guns all around.
Shoot an Eldritch Blast on accident.
You know, I think Higgins my favorite too.
Oh.
Surprising no one. Look at him. He is so fluffy.
Hagen is everybody's favorite. Like, even in the last encounter that we had, like, Hagen got pulled to the side and was like, "Oh, you don't need to fight." It's like,
It's simple. He wears his heart
No
on
one
his
wants
sleeve
to
and he's
hurt.
At this
I am
point,
feeling very self-conscious right now.
at
There
this
it
point,
is.
Liza taps the table. Well, have you all rested up, had your fill of drink it?
Chunk. Gadong, gadong.
How strong was that wine, Ma?
This is pretty good.
A mummy's blitzed.
Not gonna lie.
Ma's a little fucked up.
Eating your food. Shall we go up to your rooms?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually...
What happens there,
curious.
Mama King?
Oh, wouldn't you like to know?
That's why I'm asking.
Alrighty.
Okay. Okay.
Still's gonna take
Up
the
to the
bottle
rooms
of
we go.
Moscato with her.
Right. I'm following you, so I will get out. And she will get out.
And there's the awkward everyone piling out of the Denny's booth. I can't leave until you leave.
Oh, okay. Hagen will just duck under the table and walk out.
Rolling acrobatics to get out of the Denny's booth. The weird.
Actually-
He does the weird sofa chair bounce.
Yeah,
on the way out.
You sink too far into it.
Oh my god.
This game is too realistic, guys.
Way too realistic. I can imagine everything that's happening and I don't like it.
Do you guys want these mints?
What?
No.
Mints.
They give us those like chocolate rectangles.
Oh god, the Alpine mints.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Oh, so good.
Oh my
I
gosh,
think
I'll
50
take
of
it.
those.
There you go.
It's so good.
Alright. You realize that you haven't gotten room keys yet. But
go
they
get
are
the room key?
they are provided, yes.
Arms down and get them.
Gotcha. Thankfully, you all are on the 4th floor, the very top floor, where the suites are, and you have been given 2 suites, 2 large rooms, each with double king beds.
It gives two kings.
Awesome.
Huh? We all
Yes.
get 2 kings.
No.
Bitch, you make the echo joke every
King
time.
bed.
I regret it. I asked for this.
And while you get set up, Liza will enter one of the rooms and wait patiently for you all to join her.
We're all joining her.
Yes, if you want to. I mean, you don't have to listen to anything that she says. It's up to you.
She's hot as fuck. I'm not going anywhere.
King will, before they enter the room, King will put a hand on the base of Silphiel's neck, and he will say, "Sorry."
Roll an insight check.
Oh. Okay.
Someone's gonna have the worst mother-in-law.
Shut the fuck up.
This is 8.
Nope, you don't notice
Terrible.
anything. You have gloves on, you don't feel anything.
Yeah, he's got gauntlets on, so.
She blushing.
No.
He is
Turning up. No.
in
No,
one of
that's
the rooms,
not what he
sitting.
would feel.
I was joking.
Has she stabbed me?
No!
Okay.
I can't say what it was. You'll have to just find it some other time. I've had worse encounters.
So have I, but still, I'm sorry, I'm kind of responsible for this one.
She puts her hand on his shoulder. She's funny. I like her.
I didn't expect that. Alright.
She,
Let's
however,
go.
is going to go wander the streets. She'll join you guys in a
Okay.
little while.
Okay. So is everybody joining up in the room with Liza?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody but Sylphia.
Everybody but Syl. All right. She sits there at the foot of the bed, legs crossed. She still has the wine glass. She's still nursing on the wine.
Snow
Pretty
lays on the
much.
bed.
Egan jumps on the other one.
King stands.
On the bed? No, I'm just kidding.
No. Yeah. This is where I stand.
He T-poses.
Yeah.
Asserting
T-pose for
dominance.
This is on the bed. Yes, please.
No, he stands as always does with his hands kind of clasped behind his back, waiting.
Yeah.
So, the rumor around Dis is that our little alliance in the Feywild has been broken.
What?
Who's our?
What?
We. Who are you talking about?
It's a long story.
Well, I got all night, lady.
You can call me Liza.
Miss Liza.
Wisey.
So, a long time ago, well,
Death in the background.
yeah.
Erica's just dying.
A long time ago, when the calamity started, we made an alliance with the Fae, the Archfey, in the Nine Hells, that we would stay away from them as long as we could have denizens in the Feywild. The Archfey agreed, one of them being Queen Mab. And, well, the person in question, the Archfey in question, has broken that alliance, that pact. And the rumor is she's trying to break out the bitch. The spider bitch.
Why?
I have no idea. But that's the rumor.
You talking about Lolth?
Yes.
Oh.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, since the beginning of time, that bitch has wanted your people under their thumb.
I'm well aware.
So these dreams you've been having, dark tunnels in the pits, just getting stronger. Her followers are close. Do you plan to do anything about it?
You asking all of us?
We have a mission.
He's looking directly at you, Zipporah.
It wasn't on my to-do list, but
Going to our mission currently, well, in a pit, but the children of Malice follow Loth. We are going to go dispose of them.
Hold on. Are you here with a job, Mother?
No, I'm just curious on what you're going to do. And giving you some information, some insider information, some rumors. That's all.
With no vested interest in your person, right?
There's a little bit of interest here.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously. But
what do you know of the children of Malice?
followers of the bitch.
you really don't like her, huh?
A bit.
We don't particularly like her in Dis. Or, for that matter, in the Hells.
Why'd
She
that-
laughs at the laws and conduct.
Oh, yeah.
There's a reason why we sent her to the Abyss forever. Or, well, we didn't send her. That was the lightning god.
Bird?
Well,
Yes, actually, that's him. I guess this is a big history lesson for you. Yes,
Yeah.
Cord pinned that spider to the side of a mountain.
Okay.
oh.
I
But
heard. Go ahead, Higgin.
do you know of a way to stop this?
Well,
From the queen, from freeing her.
Sephora,
Yes.
I can get you what you want. What you so desire.
Oh, really?
Yes. And in
Um,
return, I'll give you some of my power.
I'm sorry. So you want to, in a sense, sponsor me to do this?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't want to see that bitch come back into the world.
Do you think I can stop her?
Maybe. It's still the early stages.
Is it because I'm a drow?
Well, it's because you want something and I can give it to you.
It's true, I do. I'm curious how you think you can help me.
I can get you more than a conversation.
Insight check.
Go for it.
Did she actually do that? Decent.
Seems truthful.
If you can do that, I'll do whatever you want.
Oh, don't say that.
I've made deals with pretty ladies before. I'm not too concerned.
King rubs his face.
This is one dangerous pretty lady, Zipporah. I'm not there, I'm just saying.
She, with a snap of her fingers, a scroll appears in her hand, and she unfolds it and shows it to you. Hands it to you.
Okay, what is it?
It's a contract.
Oh boy. What does it say?
She will it basically says she will free your father if you sign this contract and end the Children of Malice's plan with Higgin.
Higgin specifically. Higgin is mentioned in the contract.
With the collective.
Okay, I was gonna say if it was differentiating like that.
But Higgin, you know that Higgin has the most
Yes, vested interest.
skin. Yeah.
Can King take a look?
Yeah, no, Sephora would
Yeah?
lean over to King and say, "Can you please check this for me?"
King
I
will
think
look
we're
at
close
his
enough.
mother.
You don't want me to get completely fucked over.
As you take the contract, she'll smile at you. Everything's there. It's all good.
King looks over the contract.
Okay. It's a typical contract that your mother hands out. It's pretty straightforward.
King is looking for a hidden clause regarding souls or any unkept promises, unending tithes, these sorts of things.
Well, like any contract of hers, there's different levels of it. The first level of it is just a straight trade. She'll free her father as long as she commits herself to ending the Children of Malice's plan.
Okay.
Did you say power of yours?
Well,
Or is
yes.
the power of yours what you're exercising to get him out?
Level number 2, I will extend some of my magical power to you. But at the end of your life, I get your soul.
Oh, there it is. Question, how does that work with a... What's the word?
Consecuted.
Thank you. How does that work with a consecuted soul?
As far as I'm aware, you get to choose to end, or when you end your life. Am I correct? You choose to end the cycle.
Is that accurate, class?
It is accurate, yeah.
Unless you die in the Fey realm, right?
If I die too far away from a beacon, then I don't get a chance to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no guarantee that I'm close to a beacon at any time. Winging it and hoping for the best.
It could be worse. You'd be my roommate.
What does it entail to keeping my soul, ma'am?
I would give you a boon. A little bit extra oomph, if you will.
And what happens when I die and you finally claim it?
You're mine.
I look at King with a raised eyebrow.
King, he looks at his mother. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a little slated in my mother's favor. But there are worse permanent existences.
Does she treat her people well?
Yes.
Insight check.
Okay. I believe King's telling the truth.
A boo?
He believes what he's saying,
Fucking
at the
awesome.
very least. Well, I believe that you believe what you're saying. Well,
If you're really worried about it, I can add an addendum to that clause saying that I will treat you well in the afterlife.
I mean, I would appreciate if that was in writing.
Sure. And
I only
you
have so few loyalties left, and one of them is to him, so...
You see she snaps her fingers and the clause is added to the contract.
No, I didn't see myself getting him out. By legitimate means. What would you do with him after he's out? Is he on the run forever? Is his name cleared?
He'll be on the run.
You do just put him outside the door and he gets caught instantly, like...
No. Under the small print of freeing her father, she does state that she will put him somewhere safe.
But then it's up
away
to him.
from the dynasty and the empire.
I see. Would I know this place he puts him?
In the contract, King, it states that she will reveal the location to Zipporah. Of course, yes, you'll know, and you'll be able to visit him however much you like.
Is this like a blood contract? What is just regular ink? Sound fine to you?
She produces a finely pointed stiletto.
A shoe?
No,
A knife.
That's a shoe.
Yeah, it's a long pointed knife.
Ah, so it is a blood contract.
Of course, that's what we deal in.
Well, you are very pretty, and she's gonna prick her finger.
King, the third
He's upstairs. He's quickly letting the dog out.
I'm here,
Oh,
I'm back.
No, he's here.
The third tier of this contract, if you so wish to use at any time, call upon Liza for help in any way, the third clause will come into effect.
What's the third clause? She said her finger dripping blood.
She will have your soul and your father's.
He didn't sign up for that. Well, I'll just not use it then, I suppose.
It's up to you. You don't have to use the two clauses, but they are there just in case you want to. So, yeah.
The second clause was a boon?
Boone, yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Oh. Well, think about it. You don't have to use it just yet.
You're silly. No, I've decided.
Okay. All right.
Class needs time to think about it.
I wasn't expecting it.
Sorry, Liza. The Luxon has not done much for me, so...
Fair enough. As the DM, you'll start seeing results in a few days.
Oh my god.
5 to 7 business days.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
If the erection lasts more than 4 hours, go straight to the physical.
Yeah.
So, do you sign the contract?
She do.
Okay.
Fuck.
Is your mom my patron?
She is now.
All
Is
right.
your mom your patron?
It's like
No.
we're siblings.
Patron is the Raven Queen.
And
Right.
as you sign the contract, the contract burns up, and a copy is sent to her home in the city of Dis. Pleasure doing business with you, Zipporah. It's nice to meet you all. My dearest son, take care of yourself.
Thank
I
you.
mean it.
Thank you for
Always.
the information.
Eliza will rise up, and she seems to grow to King's height.
Oof.
And she gives him a kiss on the forehead. Good night. And she
Good night, Mother.
vanishes.
Your mom's very persuasive.
Yeah, she is. Zipporah,
Yes.
I really recommend you do everything you can not to invoke my mother's name in aid.
Oh, for sure. My father didn't consent to it, so...
If we need her help, let me do it.
Well, it makes sense that she'd come running if you asked.
That's not in the contract.
No, but you're her son, right?
That's my point. It won't.
Mhm.
It won't invoke the third tier if I
Exactly.
do it.
Right. I agree with you. I'm okay with that. Only under the most extreme circumstances would I do that.
Let's hope we don't get into that much of a shitstorm.
Right.
Okay. With that, with her gone, we'll go ahead and end the session right there and call it a night.
It's a good spot.
Eeh.
Yeah.
Ooh.